Shout out to everybody here. We have a crucial moment here. 101,300 for Bitcoin. The Bears are getting squashed yet again. Thank you to the Bears for making us a bunch of money this morning. Shout out to everyone that logged with me. Let me take you through the call that I gave, or the setup that we went over today inside the trading group. If you joined CryptoLifer.com, if you stopped playing yourself and got with the guy that shows up every single day, you'd be in the money for sure. Let's break it down. Let's talk about this money call to the upside here for Bitcoin and how I see us going further up here to $101,600. We break it down. We gave a 15-minute flag on Bitcoin as it broke above the Tutoring, likely going to pump continuously to the upside. I found the measured move of the flag was this wick to that wick right there. That's the algorithmic move of the move. That's what I figured out. That's what they do here in cryptocurrency. And boom, you cross the Tutoring, and boom, you are to the upside. Now, the further you get from this 21, so I was in a huge trade. I put about $18,000 in BTC at about 20x leverage. It was a pretty big trade. And I ended up taking my money somewhere around the $150 level. This thing continued to pump, but I did leave a runner for a smaller trade on that I just kind of left cooking here. So this one's cooking at 230. I could take that one off the table too as well if I'd like. The stop loss is at break even. However, the daily candle looks like it's about to explode, and we're going to break out of this flag finally today for a massive move into the weekend. Seems like they love putting a gap on the CME or making the ETF have to run. And maybe and another thing, if they think it's going to pump this weekend, I just came to a realization: the people that own the ETF are going to front run right now because they won't be able to buy during the weekend. So they're going to front run now, thinking, well, if it goes higher, I might as well buy now. And they're actually going to create the front run. Then we have also the shorts getting clobbered, and so that kind of comes into play. Let's take a look at the smaller time frames, like the 15-minute. We are far away from the 21-day moving average, and it may be time just to take some profits here. I don't know. Every time I'm this far away from the 21, I do like to take some profits. I've got a stop loss right here that I could begin to ride. It isn't, but as long as you stay below the 2-day, we also could have a monster move. But I just see price action having to come back to terms with that 21-day moving average. Even the 1 hour getting a beautiful pump here to the upside, and the 4 hour the 4 hour looks like it's getting ready. And we talked about this. Look, a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder almost tells me that I should just stay inside my trade, let this thing pump. I see more cooking for BTC. So shout out to anyone that jumped into the trade with me this morning. I gave them a video update, in-depth video update. I said how crucial it was to open the long. I said, man, this is about to pop right now. I said I actually posted a chart during the video update, knowing that if they waited for the video update, they may wait too late. So I wanted to give them a good entry right here on the chart, right here on this 50-minute flag. I trade flags. I trade the 200 MA. This is my sauce. Low stochastic, 21-day moving average. Previous support was resistance, and boom, baby, boom for Bitcoin. Shout out to everybody here with the Lifer. Thank you for jumping on in, and let's get back to business. We get paid basically almost every single day. I get paid here at my desk trading. Okay, I'm not that guy that sells education. Don't get me wrong, I'm an online entrepreneur, and I'm dang good at it. But I also am the only reason I'm an online entrepreneur is because I love trading, and trading became my life, and I dedicated myself to something fully and unconditionally. If you basically condition yourself to say, you know what, this is it. I'm going all or nothing for this one thing. And you make sure that that's the one thing that you love, the one thing you believe in. You don't let any distractions get in your way. Then you're on your way to greatness. That is the definition of finding success. If you just keep pushing every single day for a worthy ideal that you believe in, that can happen. Look, we're very far away from the 21-day moving average there, and I know the bigger time frames say we can pump, but we are, I'm in between here whether I should take some profits. But that's why I already took profits on the bigger trade. This could go back to zero, and I wouldn't even care. I actually found myself, I have to do things like that. If I don't have two trades going, I get myself in that, and I learned that about myself. So I learned I always have to open up a long, bigger trade with big money, and then a scalp trade. The reason being is when the big trade's up, I can take that gain, but then I can leave the scalp open and still be in the trade, still be in the hunt. You know what I mean? But also pay myself for the day. So it covers my day trading quota. Check. I made my money for the day. I paid myself. And then again, I can always add to. There can be more. This 1 minute looks like it's going to continue here to 101,900 for BTC. I see a continuation here. I wouldn't be surprised if this SR flip holds us at 101.1. 101.1 was a problem yesterday. We had problems, resistance with it, and now it seems like we're going to get this move further to the upside. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. sharing your wonderful, wonderful time with me on this beautiful Friday. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Where are my lifers, baby? Where are my lifers on this beautiful Friday? Let's go. Let's go. Sam, what do you think about the quantum chip VELO? I mean, we went over this with, Algo, and they talked about SHA-318, 318, and she said that quantum computers cannot break SHA-318, and they even have a problem breaking SHA-256 over time. They will win, but they'd have to really direct it on you, and would have to be a constant source of energy towards that one individual wallet. So, again, it's definitely something to think about. But cryptocurrency, I believe, is an evolving nature. We can always put forks, we can always add things. It's not set in stone. And so I firmly believe that with the innovation of cryptocurrency, we will be able to innovate ourselves into quantum theory. And again, it's good to think about, but it also, a lot of it is theoretical at the present moment in time, right? Shout out to anyone that jumped into MORPHAI. MORPHAI for the massive monster gains. 153%, even up 447% from that first flag there. I started getting in around here at 6 cents and 5 cents. Man, this thing is booming to the upside. MORPHAI, and it looks like it has some more in the tank here. Honestly, it's such a low market cap for what it can do, and it's got utility. People like it. I own it. I am shilling a bag. I'm in there. We look at BOOKMAP. Link in the description to BOOKMAP tells us what's happening in the world ahead. It says there's a lot of, people with liquidity above us, suggesting that we go further to the upside here for Bitcoin. So I like what I'm seeing on the board here. It tells us that trade could continue to rip into the areas that we're thinking about, 1017, 1019. There is liquidity for us, to the upside. We are getting further away for the 21s on time frames. But shout out to the lifers from down under, my man. Shout out to Resell Excel. Shout out to Jackson Crawford. Shout out to Louis Pagani. Shout out to Papa Flash in the house. XRP, baby. XRP past 250 today. You never know. JASMY, please, somebody said. Shout out to the super chats and all the beautiful people here on the live. Everyone, let's get those likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the love. MP in the house. And again, if you were in the trading group, you'd be in gains right now with the lifer. All right. You would have seen what I've seen, known what I've known, and been able to take advantage of these moves here in the charts. I'm all about just paying myself for the day and walking away on my leverage account. Like, I don't get too heady into the long-term calls. Like, I just like to get paid every single day. The bull market makes it very, very simple to take out $500 to $1,000 when the market's right, things are moving well. It just happens to pay. This flag looks like it's going to move. There's some momentum here to the upside, and we have liquidity for another short squeeze. Looks like there may be a candle here about to explode. In the next minute or two, we really may have a big move here for Bitcoin. You can kind of see it rubbling. The fans on your computer starting to, right? Bang, bang, bang. Arrow listed on MEXC. I think that's probably correct. About time, right? I think Arrow's been on MEXC though. And there's Bitcoin at 333, baby. Yeah. And there it is, starting to break out of this flag after it caught near the 21 with the stochastics. And this thing can cook, baby, cook. So shout out to anyone that jumped on it with me. Shout out to the lifers. Let's go. Let's get to the 3,000 people here on the live. Let's get the motivation up, man. We winning every single day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I love you. This is the time to be alive. Where the heck did I end up putting mine on? I don't even know anymore. Dang. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for jumping on in. How long does this listing actually take place once it gets placed? Futures. Really, it happens probably pretty instantly. I've seen it happen really instantly, right? What do you think of Crow? Crow's a good company, been there for a long time. I see it eventually probably making headway and going to the upside for sure. So yeah, I do see Crow making gains and continuing to rip. All right. It's my birthday. Please bless me with a free month child. It would be so appreciated. I'm a college student working on learning about investments and building wealth. You're the man. God bless you and happy birthday to you. All right. And happy birthday to you. I do have defiance disorder though, and you're trying to tell me what to do. So it kind of has me in between. I'll think about it. How about that? I'll think about it. You know, But it's 99, man. Just jump on in, bro. Pay your way just like you paid college. You paid for college, but you won't pay me. I don't get that. Anyway, shout out to you. The knowledge is even better here, in my humble opinion. And I think you can actually get a return pretty fast. But, hey, that's my opinion. You'd have to figure that out for yourself. Everyone join. One trade pays the member. It's less than $3 a day to get a guy that hasn't taken a day off. Like, I don't take a day off. If I was the worst trader on earth, like, I'd still give you more gains than most people by just not taking a day off. And I'm not the worst trader on earth. So God bless you all for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. And I wanted to talk about today. I actually was working out today, and I listened to motivational talk by Jim Rohn, and I get my mind right, and I start kind of getting creative for how I want to start the show, what I want to talk about. And today, I came up with an idea of like a fable or a story that I came up with. I haven't heard it before. It's a rendition of something we've probably all heard before. And the idea is this: there was a man in the field, and let's say he was cutting wheat. And he had to carry the wheat back. And he kept wanting to fill this big satchel with wheat every single time. And he filled it, and the satchel got a little, and then as he got on his back, and then he would drop the wheat. And then he'd try to pull, and he kept trying to pick this big, huge satchel of wheat because he didn't want to make that many trips. Under the hot sun, he started to get exhausted. Within 40 minutes, 30 minutes, he had only made one trip. Now, had he just taken small trips at a time, he would have ended up, moving way more wheat. All right. Now, when you lose this 21, you can likely come all the way down here. It tells me to kind of take my money and run, but the bigger time frames look good to me. But again, I could just get paid right now and not have to deal with it, right? So I'll take my money. Thank you. So here's the deal. So had he just chopped it into smaller pieces, he would have won. So I talk about that with leverage. Everyone wants to change their account. So they trade leverage and they think, I have to risk. I got 10,000 in my account. I got to put the whole 10,000 in, and I got to, But had they just went for $100 a day, $200 a day, they would have seen in 10 days they made 10% of the account. And 30 days they had $3,000. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, wow, I made 30%. And so the person that breaks it down into small pieces in trading, in my humble opinion, is the person that ends up, making some serious gains over time. So you don't have to go after these big wins. You don't have to chase price action. You just have to go after a model every day and capture some gains. Make it happen every single day. Go after that one thing. Stay focused, stay disciplined. Don't give up. And everyone thinks you have to wait for this motivational moment where you feel amazing and everything goes your way. But motivation is fleeting. You just got to take action. And motivation will follow the action. There's some days I wake up, I am not that motivated. I'm mostly motivated. But there's days every once in a while where maybe it's such a beautiful day, I just want to take a bike ride from 9 to 12. And I want to go outside, and I don't want to sit in front of the computer, in front of these screens. And you know what I mean? Just be honest. But I tell myself how many people are waiting for me. I talk about the opportunity I created. I think about the algorithm and everything I've gone through. And I say, there's no way I'm going to miss a day here. And the discipline keeps me coming back for more. See you had a job that paid you $100 a day, and you went there for the money. $200 a day, $300 a day. What if you eventually had all the money you needed? Would you go to the job anymore? No, because the money wasn't, you know what I mean? You've had all the money now. But what if you loved the job and you did it because you cared about it? That would keep you coming back, right? So you got to find passion in life. I'm telling everybody right now, I'm giving you the secrets to life, because you all think it's finding this money in crypto, and it will be at the beginning. It'll get you off, it'll change your life. You'll be doing something different. But remember, it's not going to be the answer to everything. And eventually you'll have all the money you want, and you'll still be just as depressed if you don't fix other things in your life. You got to find out the reason why you really want to be here. Why do you want to live on this earth? What is your purpose? It took me a long time to find my purpose, but I knew it was teaching. I knew it was helping others. And now every single day I wake up and I motivate others to go after their dreams and make it happen. I'm a motivational speaker, an online entrepreneur, and a trader, right? Dedicate yourselves to something every single day. I paid myself already. I made over $700 today in trading. I showed my trading group how to do it. I gave my trades to everybody. Those trades could have went the other way and everyone could have laughed at me. I didn't live in fear in front of the thousands of students that I have. I gave them the call stone cold because I had researched my probabilities and believed they would play out. And boy, oh boy, they did, right? So beautiful day to be alive if you go after your dreams and you don't live in fear. However, if you live in fear, it's going to be very hard to accomplish your dreams, in my humble opinion. It's not going to be easy. So here's another possible scalp on the table. Previous support is resistance. We know the bigger time frames are with us. There's a chance we could get a bigger move here to the upside for Bitcoin. I'd like to do my top-down analysis here. I got maybe 5 to 6 minutes in case this thing starts to rip again up to 102,075. And these could be some of the last chances to buy BTC before Bitcoin just absolutely gets away from you here. And, you know, people think, oh, but Bitcoin's so expensive. I had a friend recently had $1,700. And I'm like, man, if I had $1,700, I'd put $200 immediately in Bitcoin and $500 in 3 altcoins. People be, but why even buy the Bitcoin? It's just like, because you never know when you're going to actually man up enough to buy the Bitcoin. You might make few $100,000, then Bitcoin will be 150K, and you'll still be like, it's too expensive. And you'll never, but if you just buy it now, you'll have it. And I always tell people, you don't realize how hard Bitcoin is to buy at one point because you can talk yourself out of this stuff. And then the opportunity is gone, right? Anyway, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just a guy that went after his dreams, believed in Bitcoin from the very beginning. When I found it around $300, researched it, really understood it around 500 to 750, started accumulating heavily right below 1,000, and then boom, I've 101x'd my investment since then. And it took 7 years since, 2007 to 2024. All right. So actually less than 7 years, because I think I started getting into crypto 2016, but I didn't start buying Bitcoin until I think about the summer. So I can't remember. I'd have to look at it, but somewhere in the March or April of 2017. So we're going on exactly 7 years here, and 8 years when we come around to 2025, almost. So anyway, I'm looking to see if I want to jump into this flag here for Bitcoin. I already took some profits. I don't want to give it back chasing. We seem to hit a resistance there at 101,330. But it's looking pretty promising with the bigger time frames in our favor here. And there could definitely be some gains. 102,043 could be the target. My stop loss could be 100, 900. All right. And there we go. You don't want to give back what you made, but it's, it's worth kind of taking a look-see at what we got here. 400. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that changes the scenario. Hold on. Sorry. See, every $100, $200, it all changes exactly, my parameters. 101,300, a 101,003 here for BTC. Shout out to the 2,300 beautiful souls in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 469 likes. May we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Putting together a live trade here for Bitcoin. Possible scalp of the 1 minute time frame for a move out what looks to be a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder out of an ascending triangle with low stochastics. Possibly getting into some hidden bullish divergence that could send us further to the upside. Bitcoin at 101,265. Gave a call last night even. And that call actually continued to play out. So here we go, baby. Here we go for BTC. And again, you take the night off, you don't get to make the call. You take the morning off, you don't get to make. It's all about pushing myself every single day. You push yourself every single day. We create a community of people that don't give up on themselves. It's beautiful. It really is. All right, I'm going to move this for a second just to keep it up on a screen so I have it all and I can just glance at it at all times. And then I'm going to do our top-down analysis. Shout out to the channel sponsor, iTrust Capital. Buy and sell cryptocurrency, gold and silver with your IRA today. Get started with iTrust Capital. You'll absolutely love it and be able to kind of take charge of your retirement. So Sol BTC, a trade that I looked at in the trading group that looks absolutely, Sol USDT, that looks beautiful. Entry somewhere, anywhere between really 215 and 232. Anywhere in that area would be gold. And I see a move up to 365 coming for Sol. Out of this flag, beautiful consolidation, breakout, retest of previous support as resistance, made the flag, bounced, and this thing could get ready for business. So I like Sol right here for a big move to 365. That's my idea there for Sol. I like the trade there. I'm going to enter that trade. Here. It looks promising right now, honestly, with the bigger time frames in our favor. This trade does look somewhat, it could be a double top. I get it. I'll add to it if we break on out. So there we go. Not a huge trade. $2,300 in it, 26x leverage. So it's a $61,000 trade. The old me would have thought that was a big trade, but I've just been trading with so much more at this point. It's like, tiny trade, right? Showing signs of really holding it down here. But I'm also getting mixed signals, and curving on the stochastics. Should do my top-down analysis before I do this, right? Because I might be seeing something on the bigger time frame, and that's why I'm always like, it gets me when I don't do the top-down. But what was my risk here? I don't want to be like, 144. I'll still be up on the day. Life will be good. If you don't risk it for the biscuit, you can't make it. You can't rake in the cake, man. Stochastics look really good for a move out. Tight channel after a pump too. You're getting tight with the 21. I mean, everything looking golden. Everything looking golden. Don't be greedy, Sam, is what I always used to say. All right, we'll go for it, and we'll up the ante here a little bit on the trade. See if it can clip me in on a limit order there. All right, so we'll let that cook for a second. Live trading Bitcoin here almost every single day. God bless everybody here on the live and giving my live trades all the time. In case you're struggling, trying to figure out a way, just showing you the education every single day here on this channel. Without a day off, 1,475 days straight. And you can kind of go back through the list. Ever since February of 2021, we've been pushing this channel and continuously running. Look, a golden cross coming eventually for the 15-minute. And we haven't even hit the target yet here. This thing is just ripping to the upside. Shout out to anyone. And again, I always tell my students, you don't have to get in here and get out here like sometimes I do. I usually get in here and I just get out right there. Like, if you just get a piece of this, all we need is a piece of this for day trading every single day, and we're in the money, right? So while the trade is substantially larger now, it's a $152,000 trade, all right? And we're up $60. We'll see how this one starts to go. But this one could definitely, and let's double check here. Yeah, I'm risking 161 on one and 237 on the other. I'm not loving the, the risk of the pattern at the present moment. The 21 starting to curve, which tells me to be a little careful there. Will Sammy win the trade? Or does he give back a little bit on the day? Being greedy. All right. This one, I'm going to be very careful on the scalp, right? I'm not going to be too, once I'm up, I'm up. I'm going to cover quick. 77.84, let's go. And I love it when I'm adding to a trade that we already made that day. Like, it's great. Again, you just don't want to be greedy. Once you've covered your daily wins, do not give them back, please. And I'm talking to myself right now when I say that, there's no reason to get too risky just because, you get greedy. Oh, but it's going to go all the way to 110. I'm going to miss it. So what? So what? Go for a walk with your wife. Watch it pump. Come back later on. Scalp again. Don't let the trading, basically depict every single thing you do. And don't live a life because of trading, right? Look, I can break even right there too and not even lose if I don't want to. But it's going to come and get you. Man, take a piece of the trade. That way some of the risk is taken off in case it doesn't go well. I can get back in if it gets tight. You have to understand, this is when I'm adding to a trade if I've already won that day, which is different than trading if I haven't won anything today. I'd be full blown with the stop loss ready to take it. You see, because I got, you know what I mean? If you haven't won that day, you got to risk something to get you got to get started, right? Got to get started. I got to rub something together, make it happen. But, make the fire. That's, starting a fire. You rub the stones, you got to get it going. But the idea is, once I'm up, I don't want to give back money, man. I don't like giving back any money. Like, if this starts to rip, that would be great. All right. Don't be greedy. I'm telling you right now, it's the greedy people that get rocked and wrecked and lose all their money. They have to. They can't control their emotions every single time. They can't stop. They lose that battle with themselves every single day. And that's a tough battle to lose, man. And it hurts. It's not fun. Nobody likes it. Like, it's not fun. So Yeah, you're sitting there in 10 trade, you don't know what you're doing. You go to sleep at night because you lost all your money. It's not fun. And again, if you don't know how to leverage trade, please use a demo account to leverage trade. All right. And look, we've hit a resistance now, a bit of a double top, right? A bit of a double top. I see it both ways a lot. That's why we're going to get into our top-down analysis in a second here. It's also Friday. Like, you know, we usually don't get a huge move on Friday, but it is a bull run, so I'm open-minded here. But Fridays aren't my favorite. I don't like, oh, let's day trade Friday, and like, that's the day I'm going to absolutely turn my whole account around. Usually not the day. You know, I'll be surprised if I get a big move on Friday. So, especially after we had CPI and PPI. Look at that. They just took me out in a second, right? But that's okay. That's fine. Once that trend line breaks, it's kind of the dream is over, and like they're doing something different here, and they're likely going to start taking this down to the 200 MA. And see, there's people that chase got wrecked. We could get a double bottom right there, but I'm feeling a flush out right now to the downside, you know. And there, I didn't give anything back trying to chase just for a minute. Had that thing pumped, I would have been able to make the gain, and so I was able to basically attack this pattern without losing a lot. Okay. Now, had I put a stop loss down here and had to get stopped out right now, I would have lost like $400 or $500. There's no reason to do that. So I've been getting really good at defensive trading. All right. So nice dump there to the downside. Do we just get some news? Sounds like some, like, you know, but that was that was an M pattern. Right when I just said it's an M and the M's break to the downside, it looked like a double top to me, right? And the measured move of the double top takes you down to 1018. Let's break down our big top-down analysis now. Sammy didn't get wrecked in front of everyone. We won our trade inside the trading group. Super exciting. Let's have some fun now. Let's do our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. For Bitcoin. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and getting the education you deserve every single day. Once I got the education, my life changed. You know, I wasn't this emotional person running after trades. You know, I had an idea of what I was doing. I could swing trade long time frames. I knew exactly when to invest my money in big assets and when. You know, I started buying Bitcoin on the lows. I could find bullish divergence on the weekly. My whole life changed when I got into technical analysis. I hope to change your life the same way I changed mine. That's the only thing I know. My experience is what I know. I'd like to lend that experience to you. How I changed my life through technical analysis. So TA was the thing that, you know, I'll never be the same because of technical analysis. So we have this resistance right here for Bitcoin at 72,000. As we talked before, this resistance we never revisited, this resistance we never revisited. You would say there's a good chance we never come back down to 72,600, even though like an average guy who does the stock market would say, well, that's the next support. We should come back and revisit it. Just Bitcoin hasn't done that. And it looks like it doesn't plan on doing that as well. For some reason, I got my moving averages. So, but the thing is here, and I keep talking about this, and I will bring it up every single day. That is a bearish divergence. And if you look at it on the RSI, which is a swing down and a swing up, that's bearish div. And that bearish divergence tells you that price action, you know, 90% of the time is going to break down when you see that. Now, some can say, well, we already had the wicks and that's what happened. And I'd be like, okay. But I got to say, when the stochastics are this high, when the RSI gets high and you have bearish divergence, there's usually a pullback and a bigger one. So I'm still surprised we didn't get it. At the same time, I understand that Bitcoin is a very, very, very wanted asset right now. And that might change the narrative so slightly. But I'll tell you what, every time I've decided to read the storybook and not the technical analysis book, it's hurt me. So what happens is you'll see this, and you won't listen. Right? There's someone that chased this pattern right now and they got buried, right? They didn't know how to, you know, defensively trade like I did, and they gave back all their gains they made this morning. I'm not going to do that. I'm smarter than that. You know, I'm not. I've seen the market go back and forth too much on a Friday too. I know to take my money on a Friday. Like if you get paid on a Friday, it's almost like a blessing. It's way different than getting paid on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. So stop being greedy. Start being humble. You know, I stay humble. Like you gotta stay humble. All right. Hey, babe. I was gonna be, you gotta stay humble. Hey, babe, give me my Rolex. But anyway, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, though. Yeah. No, but seriously, when it comes to your trades, when it comes to what you're doing, you got to stay humble 100%. You know what I mean? CME gap at 78,000. I took more profits. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, we could still be getting a pullback here and then pull it and then draw a 618 Fibonacci. And everyone's like, you're not bullish enough. It's over. You know, you go to crypto Twitter and it's back to that euphoria again. And everyone's saying that we can't go up or down. You know, it's just only up only. You take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index and you take a look at 76. It's a good spot. I'll be honest. That's great. You know what? We were pinning, and that gives us room for some alt season and some moves. And we'll be doing our top-down analysis today, our macro on total 3, all the things that we see happening. All right. 15-minute looks pretty good, too. Like, that could be a beautiful bounce. Like, it's just previous support as resistance. We're still above the 200 MA on the 15-minute time frame. You knew we were going to come back to the 21 on the 15-minute after a pump like that. So, it just, you know, every time I'm up and I'm up and I'm up and I'm up, I keep saying, well, there's the 21, there's the 20. I said, Sam, you should take some profits. And I did think, you know, and I love that I use the 21 to take profits now because it keeps me selling. And when I sell, price action, like, conveniently, and it's really nice to sell and watch price action dump after you sell. There's no better feeling than being battling the market, take a sell. And then your wife's like, let's go to lunch. And you go to lunch and then you check an hour later and the price action's dumping. And you're like, man, if I didn't sell there, I would have had my gains, right? So blessings on blessings to be alive on that. Anyway, the weekly looks like we could get a pullback to the 618, the 21-day moving average. However, we did go over this last night on the weekly screen share, and we did see how the weekly got a situation like this, and it just kind of got close and continued to pump. And so with these wicks, I just got to stand firm on 97.2. So to me, it's all about 97.2. It really is. And so if I see a candle close below 97.2 on the weekly, I'll turn bearish. If I don't, the bulls are in control. So the bulls are in control as long as we stay above 97,200. That is our new bottom. 1, 2, 3. If this candle closes in 2 days and 9 hours, how do you know that? Right click countdown to bar close. All right. Like right click this and always hit countdown to bar close. Where is it here? More. Did they hide it? They hid it in more settings now. What? Maybe it's in labels. Yeah, countdown to bar close. All right, they put it inside of labels now. They hit it. That's a new thing they added there. But so, and that way it will tell you when this bar will close. 2 days and 9 hours. So again, this closes green. We keep fending off the bears. We keep conditioning ourselves to the upside. And again, I've talked about the fact that we could be going in an upward trending flag here. And maybe the weekly just continues to rip too. The 3-day chart looks pretty dang good. So all is well as long as we stay above 97.2 on the weekly for me. That's going to be the big deal. We're going to close tonight, 8 hours and 11 minutes on this 3-day candle. I'm adamant about those 3-day candles. Friday night closes, baby. And that's going to close bullish engulfing. And to me, it's going to be a breakout of this flag. I mean, you're going to be on top of these candle bodies, right? Like even if I go kind of high on that, you're breaking it up. I mean, you're breaking to the upside. So, and again, that measured move logarithmically to the upside tells us there's a pretty good possibility of continuation here for Bitcoin. The 21 isn't too far away. I could see it carrying over. And yes, we get a move all the way to $134,000 for BTC. All right. Definitely on the cards. Again, had you not sold now, look at Bitcoin dumping all the way back down to the 200. And again, I've seen this many times. The 21, you'll lose the 21 on the 1 minute. Where are you going? All the way back to the 200. So look, this is a perfect way to trade. You trade when the 200 and the 21 are tight. When the 21's crossing the 200, when they gap away and they get mouth wide, I'm out. You see, very similar to trading, you know, pi cycle chart in a way, but the opposite with the tightness is the high and the furthest away is the low. Again, a good bounce off the 200 MA, we may get one there, but if you lose it, there's usually more dumpage. That's your smooth moving average right below it. I like to use the smooth and the simple together. All right. Sign up for Master Friend and learn how to demo trade first. Amen. 100%. Learn how to demo trade before you get rocked. How many people lost a bunch of money today trading? And be honest, put a 444 in the comments if you lost a bunch of money today trading. Put a 444. Just be honest with yourself. I did not. I'm not putting my hand up. I'm not writing 444, but put a 444 if you did lose trading today. Just be honest. If you admit it today to us, it's going to be the best feeling in your life, and we're going to help you. All right, so there's a lot of people. I think everyone wins because I'm winning today, right? So I'm like, oh, everyone's winning today. Like I'm up on Ondo. I'm up on my on my virtual call, and I'm like, everybody's winning today. You know what I mean? And look, when I talk about losing the 200 MA, look at that. You lose the 200 MA, and boom, the bot's just, I don't get what it is, but the bot, I live and die by this 200 MA. I really do. I mean, it's crazy. When we gain it, I'm in. When we lose it, I'm out. When I see the potential of the 21 going back, I'm out. And when you lose the 200 MA, look at that. Look at this meltware. And again, as this was pumping, I sold 101.2 or something, and then it pumped to 101.5, and I was like, oh man, there looks like there's more coming. And I tell you about leverage trading. Every time I open up the big daily trade and go for the big kahuna, it's usually, every time and so I went hard today. The trade I was in was a big trade. The position history was, what was the trade? I just want to see exactly how big the trade was on the BTC pair, right? It was 100,000. 100. No. It was 0.95 Bitcoin. It was a whole Bitcoin. You know what I mean? 0.95 Bitcoin to be able to make that trade. And again, yes, I did use bigger money today to pull off, a $600 win, but wow, look at that, giving it all back the second it loses the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. And I teach my students to short the 200 when you lose it. That one, you had a chance almost when this candle just almost closed below it right there. And the second that candle closed below it, you open the short stop loss below, you can print that money. I don't like the short bull runs, but damn, now we're back battling $100,000 BTC. Anyway, let me finish my top-down analysis for Bitcoin on the 3-day chart. Looking beautiful. It does have some wicks to the downside. There, one thing I do have to say is there's bearish divvy here. Like, when I look at the stochastics RSI and when I look at the RSI, they definitely have, that's bearish divergence. And that's bearish divergence too. And that does tell you you're going to break down. And you'd think where you would go is somewhere here at 89, 80,000 and back to this, 21-day moving average. So I do have some mixed signals. I don't see all bull. I see the potential for a pullback. I do. I'm going to just look at the probabilities day by day until one of the probabilities stands out more than the other. And that usually gives me accuracy. Like, I don't know why or how, but I've lived and died by the way I do my analysis now. I don't watch any other YouTuber. Like, I don't watch a YouTuber late at night and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do what he says. I don't do any of that nonsense. I can't, because they'd get in my head. Like, it's not even worth. So I as much as I love all the other YouTubers and I care about them all and want them to succeed, I don't watch anyone else on YouTube. I really don't. I watch deep divers and people that know about their coins, and people that are always searching for narratives. Those are the guys that I like, So while I'm in the charts, they can kind of back me up with the deep diving, and then I can put together my deep dives, and then together we can kind of really come up with a good group of amazing potential coins here. So the daily looks good to me, pushing to the upside. RSI has fallen back down, and the RSI pushing down while price pushing up is kind of a bullish divvy. I mean, that's bullish divergence in a bit of a way. Now, one thing that we don't like, right, is this, this bearish divvy on the daily. I mean, that's bearish divergence. And I can kind of say, well, it happened there, and now we've reset, and we're on a new trajectory. And that's something that we talked about yesterday. Like, the bears had all that time. And so that's why I stick to this $97,200 level. And if you bring it up, it's almost, it's like 97.5 here on the daily. So if you lose 97.5, right, you're going to be tussling with 97.2. And you can see your next level on the daily is going to be 95.4. You lose 95.4, and look, there's a gap in the VRVP that takes you right back down to 91.8. So where this candle closes today will tell us a story. I'd love it to close nice and green, nice and solid. Be a bullish engulfing would be amazing, but I'll just take a bullish candle. I just want us to close inside of this pattern here on a, I don't want us to close down here. I don't want to see any of that nonsense. So, and the daily was looking pretty bullish as the day began. I mean, you're near the 21. You're in a tight channel. You didn't lose the sauce. You're back inside the trend line, and the stocks are pushing up. So everything kind of tells a bit of a story. Look at the 22 though, with the bearish divergence on the indicator, and that is a bearish div. That swings down, that swings up. It is a bearish divergence. It did kind of play out there, you can see, and we bounced off the trend line. Some say, well, that's a double top right there. That's an M. Look, 1, 2, and we're going to break on down. I'm open-minded, everybody. I'm not a perma bull. I'm not a perma bear. Overall, I'm more bullish than bearish. Of course, I believe they're going to print money to zero. But I'm open-minded that we could see 78,000. We could see 86,000. Like, that can happen. I think a lot of people are just like, oh, we're going to 130,000 by tomorrow, and that's it. Honestly, pullbacks are great for me. I like pullbacks because the more pullbacks we have, the longer this bull run is extended. We just keep running up, it's going to be a blow off top and out of control. A pullback back down to 86,000, as much as it would hurt, as much as pain it would be, I know in the long run it would probably be better off for my bags at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It just would be. Again, we don't have to go down, but it's healthy after such a big move like that. So I just want to put that out there. Now, when you're very bullish, the rising wedge will break to the upside. And so, as I told you, as long as we stay above, and again, I may give you mixed signals and analysis because I'm open-minded, but as long as we stay above 97,200, remember that. Write it down. Put a sticky on your computer because there's going to be a day where the market's going to do something crazy, and you're going to you might run a panic sell, and then you're going to be like, and you're going to see we're back up, and you're like, man, we never lost 97.2, and I got really, really panicked, you know? So let's take a look. 12-hour time frame still looks good to me too, but look, the bearish divvy is strong. I mean, the trending down on the RSI while you're trending up on this on price action. I mean, 90% of the time you're going to get a dump there. So I'm not trying to be rude here or scare people, and I'm not trying to be bearish. Sorry, I got an eye booger. Yeah, what do they call it? An eye. I don't know what you should call, but cold. Biggie called it a cold in his eye, right? Like the cold out my eye. But anyway, 99892, and look, now we've slopped below 100,000. Now this is starting to become a bit of a false move Monday. Like, it started off beautifully, things looked great, and then it, you know, and look, man, thank God I had a stop loss, right? Wow, like thank God, and thank God I didn't go, and thank God I got taken out right there playing descent. See, had this ripped up, everyone would have laughed at me. Oh, look at he's, you know, this guy's flopping and groping, and then he missed the pump. But now that you see the dump, they're like, wow, this guy is pretty on point. He didn't lose as much as I did. He actually made money today. Interesting, right? So again, and is this affecting the altcoins a little bit here too? Wow. And it's kind of crazy the moves they make. We were just at 101,350 and then back to 99,700. Don't worry, we're gonna figure out where this is going. Might even be able to make some money here on this next move. Just, you know, stay patient. The 8-hour looks to be rolling over at this point. It's near the 21, but the stochastics RSI say, you know, it wants to dump. And there definitely is kind of a bearish divvy there as that swings down and that swings up there on price action. So, man, things are looking good on the 8-hour this morning. Like, we could rip. We were near the 21-day moving average, and a bit of a flag here too that could break back to the upside. We could turn the second we lose this trend line. Where are we going? Right back down to 97.6. Then if we lose that, we're back at 95.4. And if you're 95.4, now we're below that 97.2 weekly area, and now you know that Sammy is back to kind of being more bearish. All right, simple stuff here. So if you know your weekly support or resistance, and you can't know this stuff too, you have to really believe in it. Like, I truly believe if we stay above it, we're bullish. I truly believe if we stay below it, it's not a good sign. So, and if you look here at the 4-hour time frame, it looks like it's coming back down, and it honestly looks to me like it wants to come all the way back down to the trend line, which means it would breach this trend line here. And that's a nice look resistance. That's a diagonal resistance that we've been holding for a good while here. And once you lose that too, that suggests that things start to kind of turn bearish again. Let me move that up right so you'd like a bounce off 99.8 right now, really, to fend off the bears. Let us stay in, you know, if we're really super bullish, we're going to bounce here off this bottom trend line and stay inside this and then make the huge breakout. If we're bearish, we're going to lose this, bearishly retest, and then start to kind of trend down again. And so right now, it looks like the bears are trying to take control. We need a bounce right now, literally in the next like 20 to 30 minutes. You got to get a bounce off the bottom trend line. It's very important. We got to get some type of bounce here for Bitcoin. We take a look at the 1-hour time frame, and the 1 hour wants to roll over on you. And I like the 1 hour, really sets a precedent for the day. If I wake up and the 1 hour Stokes are high and turning like that, it usually tells me we're going to dump. If I wake up and they're curving, it usually tells us we're going to pump. I woke up this morning, I saw the 15-minute with stochastics low inside the flag, and it looked like we were going to go on a nice pump to the upside. And this was the flag, right? Now, we took a huge gain, and then they took us all down. So, bless my lucky stars that I didn't lose, and I won that trade, man. God bless. You guys saw it live too, which is pretty crazy. And then my trading group knew that I took out the gain on the bigger trade, but bang. Now they're squeezing it right back to the upside. Look at this squeeze. Back to 100,000. And like I said, we have to get a bounce here, right? I said, we got to get a bounce. And it's like they were listening to me. So let's take a look now. We were in some type of tiny flag here that broke out. Really strange pattern, you know. And you lost the 2, and then you got back above it. Now, wow, they're going right after the shorts again. Unbelievable, right? Let's go to the 7. Bullish engulfing, if that closes as such. And then you're going to look for some type of bullish divvy on the 1-minute time frame. That's going to be, that's how the daily candle bottoms out, is bullish divvy on the 1 minute. Honestly, it's like pretty strange RSI behavior, but the RSI was like the lowest I've ever seen it on the one in a long time. Look, the RSI really gets that low. So that tells me that, you know, interesting enough though, look how high the stochastics are getting there. So you're gonna have to make a shoulder ahead and some type of right shoulder. Otherwise, you're making some type of flag, a bear flag here that's gonna continue to dump. The target of the bear flag takes you down to 98,163 and removes us from that weekly support immediately, which will tell us a story for the weekend. All right, and only time will tell. So again, everybody is overly bullish on you, telling you that it only goes up. This is the channel that gives you exactly what you need, the truth, and nothing but the truth, the facts, and nothing but the facts and the probabilities. I don't like telling you that we're gonna dump. I love Bitcoin. I've been accumulating it for a long time. I'm up a 98, 99x. They keep taking away my 100x, you know. But at the same time, my obligation is to teach you. I want you to understand technical analysis so well when I'm done that you have such an understanding that you don't use your emotions anymore and you don't live a reckless life with your finances. You know, I want people to be happy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I want to give you the education of technical analysis. That's how I was able to find my way and stop just over trading, emotionally trading, and giving back all my gains to the market maker, man. And then you humble up because you know you can win. Like, I know I win a lot. So tomorrow I know I'm likely going to win. So I don't have to like open up 100 trades today. I just got to make my quota and move on. If I do that every day, I'll have a good monthly P&L. And then for the year, I'll be up. And then things will go my way. Break every big accomplishment in your life that you're attempting to achieve into small steps. And then just go after those small steps each day. Success is not that serious. Everyone's success, they look at success and it's this big thing. They see the guy get out of the car. He has all the, you know, Tom Brady, he has all of the Super Bowl wins. He's the man, right? But it was one day at a time, showing up early in the locker room, being the first one there, the last one to leave, dedicating yourself to the craft, and then boom, you get all the riches and the fame and everybody loves you, you know? And when you dedicate yourself to the craft, you don't love the riches and the fame as much as all the other people that don't have it. They want it more than you because they don't know what it's like to have it. Once you gain it, you're going to be like, oh, you're going to be more into your craft than you ever were. You're going to realize your craft and your discipline was the only reason that you got anywhere in life. And it's going to reinforce your ability to stay disciplined. All right. That's why we always talk about celebrating the wins. A lot of people talk about that. I think that's important. You know, reestablishing reward systems, you know, buying that Rolex. If you've made say you were down and you were going to quit trading. All right, you're down a couple grand and you fight through and you end up making 50 racks. You go buy yourself an $8,000 Rolex and you keep the 40 grand in your account. And you say, man, this represents the fact that I never gave up. You know, my Rolex represents the fact that I never gave up. You know, I was down, I lost 40 grand of the market before in my life. What if I had lost and walked away? No one would ever followed my YouTube channel. I never would have been able to sell, you know, a trading group because no one would have believed in me. You see what I'm saying? So that Rolex that I own, it doesn't matter. The gold, it's all, you know, it's about the fact that I never gave up. Things that people buy in life is about the fact that you never give up. All right? Never give up. Never give up. The people that lose are the people that give up. Winners are just people that didn't give up. Every expert is simply someone that made every mistake in a narrow field, my friends. Okay? Niels Bohr, he'll tell you that. Famous physicist. An expert is simply someone that made every mistake in a narrow field. All right? And then, you know, people praise them and look how smart they are. I've made more mistakes than you trading. I've lost probably more money than you have. Maybe not. We don't know. We could go battle it, right? But I've lost a good amount. And I've wrote accounts up and wrote accounts down, and it's not been easy. And so I just want to kind of make that a point that I'm not someone sitting on a pedestal that hasn't made these horrible mistakes that most people have. The people that said they got wrecked today. All right. It's about your life. It's about your mindset. It's about what you want to go after and what you want to achieve. Okay. Master did break out of its compaction to the M side and is testing the compaction line. You never know. It could bounce to the M side. Compaction line. Funny. I lost 128K, made everything back in 1 month. Now in an ETH trade, 70K in profit. Amazing. You still sound like a degenerate though. I love you though. I hope you clean up that craziness. So Bitcoin could be in a bear flag here, or it could double bottom. Once we lose 99.7, looks like we could take a pretty nasty fall here, down. So we'll see. Right now we're hugging 100K, and we're loving 100K right now. So can we stay inside this pattern here and get a break back to the upside? Violent moves for Bitcoin. Rip up, rip down, close with a bearish engulfing candle, and then attempt to try to bounce back off this key level and hold the line. Pretty crazy if you ask me. We'll get back to that 1 minute and kind of stay there for a second. This will kind of teach us what's likely going to happen. We want to see this 1 minute break back to the upside here for Bitcoin. We were live trading earlier. I gave a beautiful trade in the trading group. I had 2 big trades open. One was really big. One was, good, decent size. I ended up closing them both for gains. And then I went after one and I took an $80 loss. And that's kind of where we stand on the day. 2 wins, 1 losses. And we basically sold the local top. And we played this flag in case there was going to be a bigger move. The daily suggested that we were going to have a big rip today. I was surprised that we got this dump the way we did, honestly. But there was a little bearish div on the indicator. We did lose the trend line. And then we lost the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame, which, boom, created the dump. I see a bit of a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder here. Let me even look at the 30-second chart. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder. Curving on the stochastics RSI. Some bullish div there on the 30-second chart as that swings up on the RSI but swings down on price action. Be sure that, again, is not to be rude. I always want to be really clear about what I teach you. That's a swing up here. That's a swing down on, that's bullish divergence. Okay? And that usually can give your daily bottom. However, let's watch. This is a bear flag to me. You got to get back above key resistance and support. Right there, you got a resistance at 101.260. You get back above 101.260 back into this chop, and then maybe we can gap back up to 101.760, 101.8, right? Yeah. He said a 2x could lead to a knockout in December when small on small coins. Yeah. What time does Powell speak? You got Powell speaking today, but listen, when he speaks, it's not a big deal. It's not like they're gonna do you know what I mean? I don't stress his speaks. He's at I think he's at he's probably at some school or something. So I don't see him speaking. I see G7 meetings all day. So he might speak at G7, but that's, you know what I mean? Yeah. M2 money supply year over year in Canada, I think, or China. Wholesales. Yeah, nothing crazy today. G7 meetings all day. And Jerome Powell might speak at the G7 meeting, but it really doesn't usually affect too much. So I wouldn't stress that at all, personally. So the TA says we could go either way. If I had to go on what I believe is going to happen, which I never do, I believe we're going to pump right now. And this is just all a bunch of nonsense. We're going to hold 100K, get tight and rip. But that's what I want to happen, right? So I got to take it one step at a time. But so far, my trader instinct tells me this was just, they wanted to rip it, but they didn't want to let everyone win. So they ripped it back down, and now they're going to get the rip. Now they're going to start ripping it. Okay, okay, God bless, man. Nah. Yeah. Okay. If you want to email me, we could talk at another time, but I know. Anyway, let's move on. Thank you for all the market insight you give out for free. Do you ever analyze MSTR? Cheers from Miami. God bless you, capitalist, man. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Sammy, not gonna lie, you make so much sense out of all these traders. Bless your mind, health, and education, bro. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love. VELO popped up hard. Not sure if you saw it. Joined late. Had a meeting. Thank you, Jay Smith. God bless you, man. Hope everything's going well in your life. Thank you so much. And shout out to anyone that was at the weekly screen share yesterday. I appreciate it. Means a lot to me. Everyone that shows up. All right. 1 hour's retesting quicker than the 4 hour. Damn, I traded 200 to 400 because of you. I traded 200 to 40K because of you. Hey, man, you did it yourself. Maybe I helped you, but you did it yourself. You figured out the strategies that made sense and you kept moving. So God bless you. It's about paying yourself every single day. There's so much action in the market that we could take advantage of, right? And we gotta have our mind right. That's all. We just gotta have our mind right. I'm here all day and every day, not asking for a free session. God bless you, brother. Amen. Hey, I never asked for something for free either. People are always there for me. Continue with the pump. What's up with ME, USDT? No, because of you, Sammy. Shout out to Coca-Cola. I love you, brother. Thank you. Thursday night and Saturday nights are my favorite nights of the week. Thanks to you. You're awesome, man. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. It's not crypto, but will XX bounce? I don't know, man. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. Shout out to Sean Plays in the house. Energy. Yeah. So, nice bullish divvy there. Could pump us back to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. All right. I love it. Yeah. Okay, false breakout. Is it crazy because it was only 40K this time last year? Sweet pad. Hyper tokens are ripping. Yeah, the hyper tokens are out of control. And we'll talk about that per ripping. And then that other one that we were looking at, right, that we put out in the trading group. Both of them look like they were going to rip. So Bitcoin looks like it's going to go after these shorts now and rip back to the upside. Let me kind of get back into my futures account here and we'll take a look. All right. So I delete everything, I start fresh again, and I start, every trade is a new age trade, and everything's all done over. Now, would I trade this flag? Nah, I very rarely would trade an ascending triangle. That could definitely be a bear flag. Curving on the 200 MA is great. I'm looking for us to cross back above the 200 MA and the smooth moving average. And what I would do is I would just trade this right back up to liquidity. The daily still looks good to me. They didn't really change the bigger time frames. They just kind of messed around on the smaller ones. Again, there's so many people trading leverage that it's too easy for these big exchanges to kind of mess with everybody, in my humble opinion. So that's what they're doing. So I would wait for us to break the 200 MA. Otherwise, this is a bear flag that's likely going to continue to the downside. There's your first measured move, right, to about 99,269. And again, you have to be bearish until the 1 minute gets back above the 200 MA. You have to be bearish. Can we take a look at JASMY on the HTF? God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah. Do we activate the SMMA? How do you activate it? Very simple. All right. Just go up here and type in SMMA and then hit smooth moving average. That'll come up and then turn it into the 200. All right. By turning it into the inputs here and turning that 7 into a 200, you're going to be able to turn that into the smooth moving average. All right. So we do seem to have a bit of a bear flag here for Bitcoin. Party like it's 19,99999. Look, 9999999. Crazy. Oh, she's a beauty, that number 9. Can we hold 100K? The battle for $100,000 is on today. The battle for 100K is on. And we know 97.2 in the background is that crucial area that we definitely want to hold. Can we get the bounce? Do they defy the odds and rip it to the upside? I got this feeling they're going to rip it up, but I don't trade on feelings, so I can't do that. I will long if we break above the 200 MA on the 1 minute, right? I'm not going to, the feelings don't matter to me, but if we break above the 200 MA on the 1 minute, I'll take a long. So I set up this long already beforehand. And I'd write the, sell basically at the top of liquidity, basically right back there at 101.3 would be a good place, or at least to think about moving the stop loss once we get up there. So I'll look at here at 101.308. All right. And then the stop loss, I would like to put somewhere at about 103.301. so far, what I think is going to happen is happening. But again, I don't trade on that stuff. But you know, a fast move down usually indicates a fast move back up. A good bullish divvy there, and you know, whatever gets people in fear, like a lot of people in fear, right? And then this bear flag would get a bunch of people to short, and we'd have a bunch of stop losses up here. So it would make sense that we would run right back up. You know, if they run it down fast, they usually run it back up fast. At the same time, if you don't break around above this trend line, you're bearish. Like you can see, you're clearly got a trend line here that you're forming. Resistance, resistance, resistance. You got okay, so you got above that. There you go. Now you got to get above the 200 MA. And now you're going to be able to see one of my strategies, hopefully in action here on the 1 minute time frame, right? And we got some good volatility. It is a Friday. And so I got the trade 101, 308 or 298, both, you know, makes sense. And then 100, 301 for the stop loss. This gets above the 200 MA. I execute the trade if one candle or two candle gets above that yellow line. All right. Good chance we get rejected. It never happens. This bear flags us down. You know, we're still... I like it though. The trend line definitely got breached. So you can do this. You get off all those lines, and if you remove a bunch of candles from the trend line, to me, you've lost the trend. Like you can't play that. You know? And then let's look at our bigger time frames. Is the 15, you know, doing something like? Is it holding the 200 MA? 15-minute one. It's the 15-minute gets back above the 200 MA. We're gonna rip again. And this was just some type of weird, like, you know, up and down. I don't know what they're doing. We're back at 100, 367 now. The 7-minute just broke the 200 MA, which is a known signal for me. Like, I long that all the time. The 5-minute just broke it. So let me see here. I might actually get in right now on this 5-minute. At the end of the day, though, I've seen us get rejected by the 200 MA many times in my life. Oh, your little swing? I know, but no one's going to use the swing right now. Okay, kids? All right, kids. All right, Daddy's in the office now. All right, Daddy's in the big studio now. All right, Daddy's in the big studio now. All right now. All right now. All right now. All right. Thank you. Come again when I'm done with the show. Sometimes I have to usher the kids out. I don't want to be mean, but I got to be like, hey, kids, get out of here. So we're back above the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. Many times that has rendered a big pump to the upside too as well. I've seen that many times. Now we're getting rejected by the 200 MA. This is something I've never backtested. The 1 minute and the 5. Like usually the 5 isn't above it yet when the 1 minute isn't above it yet. That's an anomaly. Like that's something I'm not used to. I've been burned so many times front running the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame that I have this like, you know, at the same time, I've never seen the 5-minute run up. And usually if the 5-minute runs up, you're going to rip. So I see this kind of, I wouldn't be surprised if we just start ripping further back to the upside yet again. Now I could wait for my 1 minute. That will create probably, you know, even better move. And when you're away from the 21 on the low, you go back to it the other way, which is a good sign. I'm telling you right now, I've been burned so many times. When I first learned the strategy, I would get antsy with it, and I'd want to make my money fast. And I'd be waiting on the 1 minute, and we'd be like 1, 2, 3, and I'd be like, you know, I'm just gonna get now. We're gonna cross it, and then I'd come back and have 20 minutes later, and we'd hit it, reject it, and we'd be down here. And every time I get antsy and I don't give it the time, and I push it, I pay for it. So I've learned my lesson with this 1 hour, the 1 minute 200 MA, and I've learned to let price get above it first before I decide to execute. Very rare that I've seen the 5-minute already above the 200 MA though. That's like something I've only seen it maybe, I don't know, 10 or 20 times. And a couple times I have seen, I wasn't trading at the moment, so I wasn't like that into it, but interesting. It's definitely interesting. And in my mind, like I like what the 5 minutes doing, but it's really about that 1 minute has a lot to do with price. I don't know how it does it. You'd be surprised. A time frame so small control the market so heavily. You would, you know, when I finally learned the power of the 1 minute, I could not believe it. Master friend, it's all noise, isn't it? We used to joke. He used to be like, it's all noise. You know what I mean? And boy, was not noise, right? So look, I'm not going to trust this 5 minute because I trust my 1 minute more than anything else. If the 1 minute can't cross the smooth or the 200 MA, then the bears are still in control on this smaller, on this local time frame. And they're doing a lot of manipulation. Like they break out the flag, make it think it's coming back. Get a bunch of people to long now and get some more stop losses down here so they can, right now you're in a bear flag until you're not. You're below the 200 MA on the 1 minute until you're not. Don't try to tell yourself things aren't what they aren't because of your emotions or how you feel. The market does not care about how you feel or think. It doesn't give a dang, okay? It's not going after your stop loss specifically. Everyone's like, they got me. They knew where I was. No. You put yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time, period. There's another trader today that put themselves in the right place at the right time, and they were able to take gains out of the market. All right? Don't blame others for your own behavior. Every time you use an excuse, you're putting a brick wall in front of your dreams. Every excuse is a brick and it's part of a wall that you're building. You get rid of excuses, you get rid of the wall, you become part of your solution. Stop making excuses for why you're not where you are in life. It's nobody's fault but your own. I always like making this metaphor. People love taking a picture when they're on vacation. Look at me, I'm living my best life. But they don't like taking a picture when they're on a night shift, grinding, and they don't want no one knowing they're not really where they want to be, right? They take full credit for their wins, but they don't take any credit for their losses. You got to take credit for your wins and your losses. You're where you are in life because of you. I'm sorry. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. They want to think it's, my dad beat me. It was circumstances. I grew up in a poor area. My mom didn't care about me. I didn't get the education the other people got. I'll tell you what, a great thing about discipline, it's not selective of your race, creed, color. Discipline doesn't care what your background is. It doesn't care who you are. If you stay disciplined, you will win. I don't care who you are. I don't care. There's no excuse for not being great in this world. There's no excuse for not being great. All right? The wins are calculated. 100% they are. You're dang right they are. Right? Now, I like this 5 minute hugging the 200 MA. That is a good sign that we're actually going to win here. I'd be willing to long this here just to kind of prove a point here because that 5 minute is strong. So it says I can get to 101,300 and the stop loss has to be about 99,929. Good chance I win this trade. I am going against my rule there with the 1 minute, but it's my rule on the 5, and the 5's a bigger time frame, so I feel like I deserve to take this. And I'll risk 1 for 3. I don't have to go crazy. But there's a good chance I'm going to win this trade here. I backtested this so much. I know exactly where I'm at in this pocket. I understand the concepts that I'm teaching. I put so much time and effort into these types of trades. It should just keep going up from here. I should never even see red on this trade. It should just continue to pay me. And if we cross the 200 MA in the 1 minute, I should definitely get paid. There should be no problems at all. We should just boom, right? Let's see. The second the 5 minute loses the 200, I'm out. The trade's no good. The bots will react the other way, and we will start. You are right now on a teetering line of a long or a short. That's this strategy. Really, you got to have some guts for this strategy. It's not for everybody. It's for the people that have backtested it enough to believe in it. You got to have faith in it to make it work. Look, I'm already up $23 in less than 2 minutes. I'm up $26. Hey, I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to show you the confidence I have in the 200 MA. Let's get into the super chats. Let's see what people are saying here. 1124. How many people we have on the stream? I haven't had a chance to look in a second. Wow, we got 3,000 people here. 2,988 people. 3,000 people here on the live stream, baby. And it's because concepts like this, see how it's pumping right after I said it's going to pump? I live and breathe these candles, man. I live and breathe this price action. I live and breathe this price action. I put my whole life into this price action. When I see a candle and say it's going to move and it moves, it's because it took me years to do that. I didn't just come out of nowhere and start doing stuff like that. Jordan did hit the winning shot at the end of the game. You know what I mean? He sat practicing for long periods of time. You know, Rodney Mullen wasn't the famous skater out of nowhere. The dude was alone day in and day out. And a lot of people don't want to be alone. I'll be honest, that's where you make it. Do you think Picasso learned, the greatest painters in the world, right? Did someone hold their hand and sit with them? No, they painted with a group, but at one point, the beautiful skills they truly learned were alone. You know, mathematicians, right? People that worked on, physicists, chemists, they were alone putting things together. Bob Lazar, when he made the hydrogen car, you really find your stride alone. Like, that's where you get it in. Society wants to cling to each other. Everyone has to tell you that you're right. Everyone wants to believe, I have to fit in, and everyone has to tell me I'm okay. No. The greatest people were the people that didn't fit in. The people that changed people's lives were the people that did not fit in. Let's just be honest. While everyone was at the bar drinking, doing stuff, Nikola Tesla was sitting there tinkering inside of a studio, a lab working on, basically free energy. And people thought he was insane. Isaac Newton, they told him he was nuts when he came to school with new concepts in the math. They don't want to bend. But the people that changed this world were the people that nobody really believed in. They were laughed at. They were outcasts. They weren't the popular people that everybody cared about. Okay? So remember that when you're alone and out, when it seems like the whole world doesn't believe in you, you're usually on the right path. All right? When people are laughing at you, when people think you're nuts, you're on the right path. When I was buying Bitcoin and my family and friends thought I was insane because they couldn't understand the history of money that I was attempting to teach them, because they didn't not lack the discipline to learn it. They lacked the focus, the intelligence to learn it. They lacked the focus and the discipline. I gave them the knowledge. They refused to use it. I eventually decided I was sick of giving people knowledge that weren't going to use it. And I knew what I had was gold. And I got to YouTube and I said, I'm going to start giving the world this knowledge, because the people in my life don't seem to give a dang about how much I've acquired and how much I could help them. And they keep doing the wrong thing with their money, and I can see it. And I'm attempting to help them, but they don't want the help. They want to ridicule me. And so I'm going to go to a place where people want to hear me. I'm going to go to YouTube. And so I want to let everybody know, you guys changed my life. You guys gave me a place where people listen to me. All right? And so thank you, because I now have a purpose in life. And every time I read my testimonials and I see how much I put into everybody and they give me back so much energy, I know why I do this for a living. And the money is cool, and the suits are cool, and the YouTube channel's cool, and it's all great. But man, this is all God's work for each and every one of you, so we can make people happy in this world, man. People are happy when they make gains. People are happy when they turn $2,000 to $5,000. Let's be honest. Hey, there's no person that doesn't get happy when a little bit of their money, that their hard-earned money, turns into a little more money. And that is what I go after, man. I want everyone to feel that feeling that I get to feel all the time, every single day. Gains on gains on gains. Why should I get to feel so many gains and not share it with others? Why should I keep it all to myself? So, and there you have it, right? So very likely we're going to win this trade based off the 200 MA here on the 5-minute time frame. We get above the smooth moving average, we have an even bigger chance of a move to the upside. And again, teetering on breaking back above the 200 MA here on the 1-minute time frame. Now we could still get a dump. This could be a bear flag, and I could lose this trade so fast. Understand these concepts. Nothing is set in stone when you trade. It's all based on probabilities. But I have enough data that I've backtested to believe that I can do things in front of you, and they should play out over time. They should play out. Again, and I'm not going to risk what I'm not willing to lose. Okay? So you kind of know where we're at with Bitcoin. We don't need to kind of sit on Bitcoin. All right? Shout out to Robin Gray. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. This is why I hold my charts, are helping people make gains and be happy. Yeah. Making a good trade is like playing a good hand. When you've got pocket bullets, get big but pocket super chat, Bull, Velodrome, Pulsar, Mad. We'll take a look at your beautiful super chats, everybody. Thank you so much for your concepts, your ideas, and believe it in me. And I look to the left here. We'll see this. I'll keep you updated. Good chance we win this trade, but you never know. Anything could happen. The 1 minute still does have to get above the 200 MA. But that 5 above the 2, man, I've been using that literally for the last 2 weeks, and it's been paying me. Just opening up a trade the second that happens and just having faith in it. Now, if you don't have faith in it, your emotions, because you're going to have to be close. The stop loss has to be so close that most people won't be able to handle the trade. That's the key. And that's why I love this trade, because it's not easy and nothing's easy. My dad said if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Jim Rohn said that today. And I thought, some guy that used to listen to Jim Rohn must have been around my dad. My dad didn't listen to Jim Rohn, but he must have been on the job site with some dude. Because a lot of things my dad taught me, and he never mentioned Jim Rohn, but they're all, and again, Jim Rohn used universal ideas from famous Greek philosophers, standing on the shoulders of giants, he used to say, because that's the information, success leaves clues. There were successful people in ancient Rome. They're doing the same thing that successful people are doing now. They were great communicators. They were helping other people become successful. They were using vibration, high frequency, and good energy. I mean, that's been true for 10,000 years. That hasn't changed. So, to become successful, look through history. Everyone thinks they have to look into the present, but there's so much knowledge in the past. I was able to figure out Bitcoin because I was able to study the history of money. And I bring it to you guys every single day here on the channel, right? And we talk about fiat currency, and I show you through the Ginny Foundation how the Peruvian dollar, the Russian ruble, the Zaire, $1 million Zaire, Hungary, million Pengo, right? Why do they have $1 billion German earmark? Why? Because they printed the money so much. Bread is $5. Then you print money, bread is $6. Then you print more money, bread is $10. Then you print money, bread is $20. You keep printing money, you're devaluing the currency, but bread still has to get made. Someone still has to use their hands and make the bread. So that doesn't change. The value of the bread doesn't change, but the value of the dollar does. Next thing you know, you're paying $50 for a loaf of bread that was $5. And there you have $1 trillion Zimbabwe dollar. This happens around the world. People say, oh, but Sam, this is history. Ha, ha, ha. It takes hundreds of years for that to happen. Not in my lifetime. Wrong. The average lifespan of a fiat currency is only 35 years, which means these events happen much more frequently than people realize. I'm teaching you how to procure your wealth. They've been printing your money to zero for a long time. The Federal Reserve, man, come on. It's a private entity of families that run it and take our money. They make us pay a VIG on our money. It's insane. So far, bullish engulfing candle about to close. We cracked that smooth. We're gone. The 1 minute cracks the 200 MA. We continue. I am the king of 3%. This trade is starting to win right now again. I had the guts to get into a trade in front of 3,000 people and know that I could win because I backtested these strategies for a long time. And again, I'm not trying to brag. I'm trying to help you and make you realize that you can do this too. I was lost. I'll talk about my vulnerabilities. People who brag don't talk about their vulnerabilities. They talk about how great it is. I was at a night shift. I worked the same pair of pants or the same hoodie every single day for 6 years. I got up, I went into work at 7 at night and I got out at 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I had bums chasing me sometimes. I had to run away. I took my motorcycle freezing cold on the BQE. And I'm not trying to say, oh, feel bad for me. I'm just trying to tell, hey, I made that hard life. It didn't have to be that hard. I made it that hard. And look at that big boom candle to the upside here for Bitcoin. And we did cross that smooth moving average, which is a very good sign with low stochastics. It tells me there's more to come here. And we're about to probably squeeze these shorts all the way back up to 101,300 for BTC. So look, we circumnavigated the dump. We got back in at a perfect entry. That trade almost never went down. Shout out to anyone who's making gains. You must get new stuff to talk about every day. Get these people out of here, man. Please. No, I talk about the same things every day. That's discipline. Yeah. Please remove yourself from my group. Please. Please. Get this guy out of here, please. What a horrible person. Thank you. I can't stand negative energy. It's so disgusting. It makes me sick. I get sick when it's around me. And look at that beautiful move to the upside here, to the upside. That's how you make $183 real fast. Real fast. Now you're getting away from the move. I mean, when you cross the 21, this thing actually should become a massive candle up now. When I move my stop loss into profit, because that was a massive move, it does suggest there's more coming, and the 1 minute probably just crossed the 200. It did, and it got this. We're gone, baby, gone. I told you these concepts. I went over them way before they happened. I taught you all this today. You've learned something you've never known before. Bang, bang, bang to the upside, baby. See, what that man didn't realize who commented it is about doing the same thing over and over again. And look, we're going to come back to the 21 now. Likely. And so I just took my profits on that trade. Beautiful move. I'm super excited to add, and I can do that five more times today and get 2-3 grand today. All right. Pay yourself. Pay the trader, please. Pay the trader, please. Now we can set up the same trade. I love this concept and how I use these. Now I set up the same trade with confidence. I think I showed you what was going to happen before it happened, man. Who does this? I showed you exactly when to get in. I showed you the candle rip. I sold the local top of these small time frames. I love the 1 minute and the 5. I could live here all day and make gains out my house. And I have pants on. Nice cocky pants, man. Look beautiful. So look, can we get this move here to the upside? It does look likely. So 101.915 for BTC. 101.935 actually is what we're looking at, right? Stop loss is going to be below the smooth and the 2. That's a very bullish sign. 100, 380. Wow, and we just wait for this 21 to come and touch price action. And it's likely this thing's going to continue to pump. And that's a cup and handle there. Sammy, cup and handy. Shout out to Master Friend of the House. God bless Master Friend and all my team, my whole blue crew, Jamie, Zeno, Sean, all the beautiful people that show up every single day. May God bless you all. I have a promise to everybody here. For the next week, I'll focus on not one hater, and I'll only focus on all the people that love me, because you guys need the time of love. You guys need me when I'm talking about the concepts, when I'm pushing love, when I'm full of positive energy. That's the key. So bull flag here above the 200 MA. Next trade on board here for BTC. If you're scalp city like me, this is how I set up my scalps. I set them up before they happen. Again, this could dump and go all the way to 0 now, and then we could be down here somewhere. Okay. I'm open-minded to believe that anything is happening, but I'm just taking probabilities that I've backtested over the time. BookMap suggests we can get back to 101.500. There's some good liquidity above there. And BookMap kind of shows you where there's a lot of stop losses, where people are putting their stop. I mean, we got a big old chunk there at 100K though. But we got these two red here at 101.6 suggesting, and they're the kind of closest ones. This is kind of a far gap down. We can hit this and then kind of run up into more liquidity, right? So good chance we could win this trade as close as the 21 is above the 200 MA. I make this trade all the time. You guys see me make this trade all the time. Like, this is the one. I was surprised I front ran it. I never do, but the 5 minute had me saying, hey, Sam, I think you can front run this time. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take the concept that I back tested on this one, and I'm going to push it on the 5 and see if that data will provide me some gains. And it did, right? Again, using the subconscious mind, right? I fed the subconscious mind all this data. Now I get to use it to my advantage. Your subconscious mind is really running your house if you don't realize it. That's why people think the dreams and things that they want, they think it through and it always seems there, but their subconscious mind doesn't believe that they're going to get there. They haven't reprogrammed their subconscious mind. It has almost more to do with what's happening than your conscious mind. And I don't think people understand that idea. I may miss out here on this. Yeah, look at that. I don't want to chase now. We're a little too far for the 21. But dang, look at that puppy soar. I'll wait for the next flag when the 21 touches. You got to be on the 21 for me to get in. It's just my thing. Every once in a while it pumps without, you just kind of get kind of close to the 21. We are above the 200 MA. It's a very bullish sign. It's very rare I open up a trade here and I'll lose it, but you never know. I could. At this point, we've won way more than we've lost, so we can continue to add to the trades. Like, we continue to take higher risk now. Like, now I can take a risky trade, and I'm not going to have to put too much. So I can put 102 here. 102, 129. I just want to see this come back to the 21. When this touches the 21 above the 200, there's a good chance I win the trade. Like, high probability. When I've done this thousands. See, I've done this a few thousand times now. I've done this probably 500 or 600 times live. You know, so I've done it in front of people, never mind alone. Okay? And this is how I print on Lev all day long. All right? That's a cup and handle. Again, Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside, right? The concepts. Why do they call him Sammy Cup and Handy? And it is about the same things over again. I do talk about the same things every day. We do reiterate discipline, focus, because that's how you achieve it. It's every day. It's constant. To the average person, it hurts. They don't want to hear it anymore. Sam, I've heard it too much. I'm done. I'm sorry. We have to keep doing it. You know what I mean? We're not the average channel here. We are the most disciplined channel in the game. We run this channel like a business, better than anybody else in the game, baby. Or as good as most of them. Someone wants bull USDT. Isn't that 3 bull though? 3 ULL? I don't know if I've ever heard of bull, but I've heard of 3 bull. All right. We gave this concept down here, then it bounced back to the downside. Now you're above the 200 MA, and I mean, I would just watch this thing and flag it out. And it's likely that's going to flag out and continue to rip. Remember this coin? It was a big ripper. We took, remember back? Huge rip. Could it come back to its all-time high? There's a chance. Look, that's that kind of strange Adam and Eve idea there. But just alone, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to 00623 not too long from now. Look for it to stay above the moving averages. Get very tight here. The safe bet is the breakout and the retest, right, of about, 0034412 on 3 bull. Let's take a look at Velodrome, which people said, I think Velo was pumping. Someone said Velodrome. Let's look at Velodrome USD on Coinbase. Wow, Velo just absolutely took off out of nowhere. Did Arrow do the same? Or is Velo just, Velo just went on. And coins, this is what coins do, man, right? It's just crazy. They just bing, and they're gone. But again, I talk about this. I talk about long-term consolidation. We sit sideways, and then boom, an explosive move comes our way, right? So yeah, I like it. Huge move for Velo. Somewhat unsustainable at this point, right? You're very far away from the 21 on the daily time frame. I'd start looking at your smaller time frames now, and I don't know what, I'm into Aerodrome. Velodrome's a little smaller. Maybe it continues to pump out this flag, but to me, I don't know. It looks like it was like some type of group pump or so. I don't know. Like someone got a handle on it, and I don't know what happened there. Looks a bit strange to me. Pulsar International. Pulsar? I never heard of it. Pulsar. Let's take a look here. PULSR, Pulsar. And we're going to start deep diving coins now. This is where the channel really starts to get crazy. So get connected, get ready, because this is like where it gets hot and heavy, man. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I'm just saying when it comes to these coins. Pulsar on Solana. $7.8 million market cap. Had a nice run up, and it lost this, its beautiful flag. Came down and almost looks like it's going to roll over again. I don't know about this thing, but it looks kind of bearish. I don't know, you tell me. Bitcoin's starting to get the rip to the upside. The 21 did cross price action, and I'm going to have to take it. It's close enough to the 21 now that it's like, looks like it's going to make some type of uptrending flag, and a big rip looks like it's about to happen right now if I don't adjust back in. I do want to see us touch that 21 though. Like, yeah, that got really close right there. That could have been the entry. And now we're still kind of toying with this idea here. I like it though. Now we're well above that. This is good to me. Working through the trade. I'm a little slower today. I will apologize. You can tell my energy a little low. I didn't, I woke up at 2 a.m. and I was like up till 4 a.m. or something. I was just, it's Fridays, man. It's Friday. Huge pump. You did it, Sammy. Thank you, brother. Shout out to anyone that made gains trading with me today. Put a 333 if you made gains trading with the Lifer today on the channel. All right. Yeah, Pulsar doesn't look too good unless you love low prices and you believe in the project. Memes After Dark continues to take names and kick butt. $55 million market cap. Memes After Dark. Actually looks pretty good from that dip down. And now it's in kind of a flag here. Let's talk about it. Got this uptrending trajectory, which is good as long as it keeps that trend alive. And so it's got a trend. The trend's alive, right? And for whatever reason, they got a good team, good marketing. But Memes After Dark continues to kind of do its thing. I don't own it. I don't think I'm going to buy it, but it does look like it's going to pump down to up to that 8680 level for sure. All right. Let's take a look at AVA USDT. And that's Travala, I believe, right? Travala, which is a travel token. AVA. Wow, had a huge pump. Wow, right? It was just 91, went to 281, out of control. Honestly, this thing has commercials on TV. Don't you see Travala.com, like, and all that? I feel like it fell out of the pattern, but I'd be willing to say it's just in this bigger concept. Here's the deal. If it bumped, you just watch it. It could do this and start to dump. It could make a right shoulder and, but if it comes up here and just, you start seeing consolidation, then, you just only have to assume it's going to continue further to the upside. So just watch it, put an alert on it, watch that consolidation. But wow, what a move out of nowhere. And there's just money to be made. Like, people are just, that's crazy. 4Xing in literally 10 hours or less. That's awesome. I love when money is getting thrown on people and people are making gains all over the place. This is what we want. This is the type of lifestyle we love. And look, they're playing with Bitcoin now. The rising wedge, right? I'm going to get into the trade. It's pulling the 21 above the 200 MA. And so the further we get from the 200, the more likely that we're not going to be able to get our cushioned entry. And so I want that stop loss below the smooth and the 200. Good chance this thing's continuing to rip. We're back above 101,000. And we were able to call this reversal for you pretty nicely if you think about it. If you weren't watching this channel, you might have freaked out and thought we were going lower. I was able to find the exact bottom, flip it back in. I sold this. So I sold a big run. I could see the dump happening. I got out in the stop. Fine, I didn't short that, but come on, I don't like shorting a bull run. I explained that. Then I called the top I called the flip when we got above the 5-minute 200 MA. It's pretty insane, right? And then I said, I'm going to long this. This candle ripped right after I said that, 2 candles later. And if you still win in the 5-minute, you're still in huge gains from that trade that I gave you earlier. If you didn't get out when I did and pay yourself. And then now I'm back at another trade and it's ripping again, right? And so, yes, I'm going to teach you how to get in and get out, how to day trade, leverage proficiently and you could trade anything you want using just simple concepts. Look, I don't have any indicators. Everyone's like, where's your indicator? You don't have all this stuff. You didn't buy all these things. It's all free stuff that's given to you on TradingView widget. You don't even need TradingView. This is free on MEXC. I'm doing this free. I'm using the 200, the smooth, the 21, price action. You know what I mean? Price action and I'm using the RSI and the stochastics, and mainly the stochastics RSI as well. All right. You don't have to go buy a bunch of indicators. You don't have to get sold a suite of indicators to make it. All right. It's just not the case. I'm here to tell people you can use it with the free stuff the TradingView gives you. I could wrap all of my concepts right now. When the 21 crosses right now, I could make a signal for it, and I could make a red dot, or some type of blue triangle or something, and I could sell you guys an indicator. I could. I've created with someone already, and I sat with them and we were about to sell it, and I said, but I made millions without an indicator, so now I'm going to sell an indicator? I said, it doesn't make sense. When I get older and I'm not streaming anymore, or I stream a couple times a week, I'll probably put out the SAM price indicator and just let it run, right? And people will buy it off my reputation, and I'm sure I will do it at one point. But right now, I teach you how I did it. And that's not how I did it. I did it with these indicators right here in front of you. So I can't be facetious and sell. People have come to me. They've actually, one person worked with me and we developed one for 2 years. Man. And I said, it just seems, it doesn't fit right with me. And we could have sold to 1,000 people for $1,000, made $1 million in a month, and probably made 10 million a year or something. Who knows? But I'll be honest. I guess I'm too honest, man. My mom raised me too good. Like, I want to be a good dude. I want to teach you the way I did it. That's the only way I know how. I don't know any other way. Like, I can't make up stuff just to market it and sell it to people. Like, and as you get bigger, what happens is these companies come around you and they want you to do stuff like that. They kind of say, Sam, you're this good trader. You know, you could couple this with that and we could do this. And we have all these cool concepts and, you know, we want to work with you. And you're like, you don't want to work with me. You want to rape and, you want to take my community for a ride. And you want to blow smoke up my, you know what, make me feel all good and get me paid and all good. But you want to take my community for a ride. And, you know, I do so much to make sure that nothing happens to my community, you know, and that, you know, our school and our education is the focus here. So Hex looks beautiful. I like Hex. We talked about Hex making big moves recently, and I went over it down here saying that's your last chance to get into Hex out the cup and handle, and it ripped, just as we said it would. Okay, now it's doing the funky kind of Bitcoin thing, you know, and it's following Bitcoin, but I see it in that beautiful ascending triangle that I just showed you. And that 1 hour looks like it's about to moon. And again, what you have tight moving averages, and you have a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. So you have an inverted head and shoulder. You're inside an ascending triangle. You're about to moon. I see Hex going all the way up here and pretty fast. That's a swing trade for Hex that's likely going to play out. Stop loss below the beginning of the pattern. Take it all the way to 0062. Hex on my radar, inverted head and shoulder, ascending triangle. Bitcoin ripping above the 200 MA. I told you this is what happens when you cross 200 MAs. Look, we're all the way back to where we started at the beginning of the show when they started the dump. And wow, just wow. How much has we taught? We've taught you so much today. We've gone over so much. It's insane. I even have a chance to go over the super chats, but we're going to get them done. Don't get me wrong. We're going to get them done. We're going to get them done. Okay, Wesley, get your head out of the garbage, man. We're trading here, brother. Let's focus, focus, focus. As funny as you think it is, let's focus. Let's keep our focus, you know. And look, Hex starts to pump. I just said it. Hex is gone, baby, gone. And why do I know that? I don't own any. I'm not pumping it. It's the idea that an inverted head and shoulder breaks up 60% of the time. We just got above the 200 MA in the 1 minute. On the 1 hour. And, you know, I did have that bigger trade open, and I'd be up bigger now, but that would have been a roller coaster ride to go through all that up and down. So, you know. Yeah. Can we talk about Ton? Can we talk about Ton for a spell? Ton is hot. I like Ton. Ton could do numbers. It's got the Telegram group behind it, right? So I think Ton could do numbers, and I think Ton, you know, it's just a huge project. I say a 10x comes out of it at the most, if we're lucky, right? Let's take a look at the daily time frame here for Ton. I mean, look at the way it's a huge pump, and then look at it consolidating. I mean, that tells you a big move is coming. Ton moves slow. It really does. It takes a long time to consolidate, and then it makes a move. Last time we really heard about Ton was when the guy was arrested in Paris. Whatever happened to that? Weird. Like, do we get news now, and then we never get closure on that news? Like, what happened there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what went on? Sharga to Margaret Ness. Thanks for all that you do. We appreciate you and your dedication. Love you. May the Lord continue to bless you and your family and the lifers. Look at Margaret, not even asking for a thing, sending $20 my way. I can't believe it. I can't believe how nice you people are. May God bless you, Margaret. And I still remember you from class. You're such a sweet person. You had such a nice temperament, such a sweet, very sweet looking person. May God bless you, Margaret. Thank you very much for your time on this show. I can't believe you dedicate your time to make this show amazing. Shout out to the 2,800 people still here. 992 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Come on now. 1,000 likes is what we have to do every single day. Let's get to 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Actually, I'm going to go look too. We should be blasting through. And we're about to get to 100,000. Like, we're so close. 83,000 subscribers today. We just crossed another milestone, everybody. 83,000 subscribers and counting on the live count. I'm excited. Let's this thing run this up, baby. Who's watching right now that's not subscribed? We gave live trades. We showed you concepts that played out. No BS, baby. We didn't hold back. 101,980 for BTC. Let's get this thing running up. Let's go. And I'm going to finish these super chats. Keep it pushing. I'm so motivated. 83,000 subscribers. Let's go, baby. Today is an amazing day. I will celebrate 83,000. I worked so hard every single day. I sacrificed sleep, my eyesight, so many other things that you don't even want to know, but I'll write a book about it one day. Blessings on blessings to all you for being here. Pump this channel, baby. Keep hitting that. Let's get to 100 more subscribers right now in front of me. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get these numbers. These numbers should be flying up. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. And Crypto Billy with his awesome NFT book coming out. I just got to say, you know what it is, Crypto Billy? Send my team an email and let them conceptualize how I'm supposed to promote. Because what it is, I want to help you, but then I can't think, and then my mind's all over the place. And then by the time it happens, days have passed, and I've forgotten. So for me to do anything conceptually right, it's got to be done like in an organized manner. Even when it's just like, hey, Sam, can you tweet this? And then people get pissed at me, and I want to make sure that I do a great job for you. So if you could send an email to my wife, email at cryptolifers@gmail, just explaining like what we could do, whatever, retweet, a talk, whatever I could do. Just help me help you, and I'll be able to nail it for you. Sorry to have this conversation live. I love you. Let's take a look at, we looked at VELO Joe, we looked at Master, MSTR. People want Master. I see this as a perfect time to get into ton, like your last chance. There's your low, there's your high. This is it. That's it. This is your accumulation before ton rips up to 13. And you heard it here first. I heard ton is on the way. All right. Ton is on the way, in my humble opinion. So again, you don't have to, get into trades right now. Like me, I DCA for a couple of days and then I sell a week later. That's how I make most of my money, everybody. Swing trading, spot bags that are huge, and just getting it in. All right, not being afraid. Better to talk with it fresh than forget. Story of my life. Amen. Yeah. What do you think about Zilla Quabro? It's all right. I owned it back in the day, and then it kind of didn't. It underperformed, and once a coin underperforms for me and I hold it for a long time, I'm just like, nah, Now they're kind of, you can see we got really far away from the 21. Now we're back at it. Now we're back at it here in this flag. Bit of a cup and handle now, like looks ripe. Like that could be the true entry right there. And it's got hidden bullish divergence as the 1 minute swings down on the RSI. But price action swings up above the 200 MA. I mean, that's just... I've seen many a move come from low stochastics, 101,850. Let's see, baby. Let's see. Bitcoin, baby, Bitcoin. So Ton, I like what Ton's going. Thank you for that super chat for Ton. Let's take a look at Master. MicroStrategy. People want to know. Honestly, they have the most money in the game. People know that. And they've accumulated more Bitcoin while Bitcoin's about to rip. I mean, look at the daily. It's in a bull flag. It's about to rip. It's about to rip. And that's a parabolic move. You can see it. I'm calling Master to 815. MicroStrategy headed to 815. All right. That's it. It's going to double. You do whatever you want. I'm telling you right now, this is very likely. High volume node, low stochastic. This is what I go for. Falling volume with falling price tells me that the sellers are gone and that we're about to get a reversal move back to the upside. MicroStrategy for a move all the way up to $830 is the target for MicroStrategy. You heard it here first. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. My last Tesla call was stone cold. I gave you the exact entry, and then I even gave another cut before the bigger pump and told you something was about to happen, and we had huge earnings, and we were gone. How about this Trek kid? Everyone's talking. How about this Trek coin? Everyone. Yeah, I agree. I stopped DCing into crypto and now I'm full port master in Tesla. Interesting. Yeah. Sammy cup and handy to the upside here. And let's get this move further back. And the stochastics looking good above. We're about to get a rip here. And you're about to see a Sammy cup and handy rip to the upside. You're going to see why they call me Sammy cup and handy in a second. We're going to shut off anyone who said anything different. I agree. I stopped the holding SEI long term. I am too. I believe it's going to do some numbers one point, and we're going to, you don't want to miss out. Let's take a look at Rare. And shout out to Lakochi Coker, always hooking me down, always holding me down with the super chats. You're the best, brother. All right. Rare, super rare. All right. Someone wants to know about rare. Sad to say, it's kind of NFT style, right? So it's got that vibe. And they're not really that hot just yet. They are picking up some steam. So here you got your two concepts. You're above the daily 200 MA. You've pumped and dumped a bit there. And you got some hidden bullish. As this swings down on the RSI, well, that swings up. The concept we kind of just went over on the 1 minute for Bitcoin. Okay. We do have heavy resistance at 101. I'll be honest, that's resistance. You could short that resistance at 101. If we lose the 200 MA on the 1 minute, it's a wrap. So there could be, you know, resistance. We can't seem to get back above 101,300 here. That's going to be the test. However, I've back tested this many, many times, my friends. And whenever you're touching the 21 with low stochastics above the 200 MA, 90% of the time you pump. So I know you want to short. I know some guy in here said I should be shorting or something. I don't even know. But I don't really dabble in what other people say. I'm so focused on my own thing, on my own grind, and my own in what I'm doing here. All right, and I know I help people around the world because I read the testimonials, right? And again, you don't risk a lot after you've won a lot. I just want to keep reiterating that statement. But you do whatever makes you happy. Rare does look like it's making a bit of a cup and handle here, and it could continue to the upside all the way up to about maybe 40 for Rare. All right, let's take a look at ZETA. And again, that would be your accumulation zone right there. And I firmly believe that's probably the lowest prices you'll ever have to pay before it does rip to the upside. I believe this project will come back. It's a big enough project, but it just hasn't gotten the buzz yet. There's so much other stuff out there right now. You have to remember there's new concepts, new ideas, and that's pushing out all these other things. You're leaving?
Yeah, when you're ready.
Okay, I'm sorry. Are you?
No, I'm so happy.
Why are you so happy all the time lately? I love you, babe. ZETA chain, it broke back inside. Many times I've played an ascending triangle just like this. So I could see this move, and I see it headed up to 146. I hold this coin, so I would like to see it come back, strong. It was pretty new when it came out, and then as the market dipped, it never really was able to hold steady here. But multiple higher lows in a row, coming back inside the pattern. Just stay above that daily 200 MA, and let's get that move back to the upside. Once it cracks 93, it's going to gap really fast back up to 146. I wouldn't be surprised if you see it at 146, kind of like we just saw that other candle, just boom. And next thing you know, you're up there ripping, and you're like, how did that happen? And you're like, okay, that's how it happened, right? So pay attention. It could be fast and furious when it does happen. All right. Quick look at NVIDIA Corp. Last time I looked at NVIDIA, I said it was going to break out of this flag. It did that. Now it's making another flag, but look at that. Head, shoulder, and a shoulder. So let's take a look here. That's a head and shoulder pattern for sure. 68% chance that's going to break to the downside. You got to listen to that, right? You would then break this trend line, and you're in a bit of a rising wedge. It could be some type of pullback here. At the same time, they're printing so much money. The S&P looks like it's going to pump. So here's the deal. That is a head and shoulder pattern, but 32% it's going to, if this comes up like this, you're good to go. If you start this to lose, and then you don't want to lose it. If you lose the daily 200 MA, you're coming back down somewhere to that high volume node at 88, and then maybe to 80. However, I'm more bullish based on what I'm looking at on the time frames on the NASDAQ, everything else. And this says we could continue to rip all the way to like 215. So, I would have to see in the next 4 to 5 days, we want to, basically by next Thursday, we'll know whether this head and shoulder starts to rip to the downside. Now, 90% of the time, I would say dump it, but it is such a hot commodity right now. I feel like it's going to be able to break above and fight off that head and shoulder, but you got to look at it, and you can't act like it doesn't exist. All right. If it does fend that off and it gets tight, it's going to have a measured move up to 212, 215. Bitcoin at 101,790, and making a bit of a head and shoulder pattern right now, in my humble opinion. That could go further to the downside. All right. The 5 minute, no, 5 minutes still well above the 200 MA. And the 1 minute's still well above the 200 MA. But right now, the 1 minute is making a bit of a head and shoulder pattern. Look at it. It's a bit of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. It did get rejected by that level, you know? So you need to see, it's got to start pumping here soon. That cup and handle flag's got to start ripping. I would not get bearish until we lose the 200 MA on the 1 minute. Then I would flip, and I'd be like, okay. I'm still bullish on this move to the upside. 102, 129. Looks like we can get there. So I'm still long. I don't flip-flop. I show you my trades, and I stick with it. Sam, I'm up 200% on my long with your help. Thank you, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you, my friend. I'm so happy you're making some money today. I want people to be happy, feel good about themselves, stay positive, and make some gains. If I can do that, I did my job to 3,000 people concurrently on this live, baby. And we did what we had to do. Telcoin, someone asked about it yesterday. I said it's in a bull flag, likely to continue to pump. Look at this daily do damage. Telcoin is about to do some serious damage. It has all the bells and whistles. It finally broke out. It had the pump. Now it's consolidating nicely. And Telcoin's hot. They have some deal with like the phone companies in Wisconsin, is it? Or I always get it confused, but Wyoming maybe even, is it? I think they're in Wyoming, right? That's like the most crypto-friendly state is Wyoming. Yeah, I see Telcoin maybe coming back down one more time to possibly the bottom of this trend line. But man, Telcoin looks good to me. And yeah, only a matter of time till you see this thing rip. How much will that make if Telcoin rips? And that's an 86% gain. I mean, that's beautiful. I would watch Telcoin. Looks like it's ready for its next rodeo for sure. Telcoin. All right. We used to trade Telcoin way more than we do. We used to talk about it, trade it. Just there's so many other hot coins right now. Telcoin's not like, 101,000, 910, 940 Bitcoin. Holding that level there. And I'll give you the price of Bitcoin every couple of minutes here so you're never on your toes. You always know what's going on. Okay, Telcoin looking good. Continuing to move with these super chats. Thank you so much for the super chats. $245 in super chat. You people are absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at ESTEE. ESTEE Lauder. They're funny. And this we looked at, look, mad, memes after dark. Looks pretty good to me. I don't own any, but it looks good to me. ESTEE, $6 million market cap. Wow, it's been ripping. Someone asked about it yesterday too, right, on the channel? I think I said I just wasn't sure. I mean, it just ripped out of nowhere. I don't know what ESTEE is. ESTEE CTO, I don't know what it is. Wow, 249% gains though in like 8 hours, 10 to 12 hours. Got above key levels. And I do some, I put indicators on here. They don't save them though. I wish it would save them even though I'm signed in. That's the one annoying thing. I don't know why it does that. And I'm not like, I don't, whenever you can sign in with a wallet or sign in, I never sign in. It's like, it's not what I'm about, right? So what a big rippage to the upside there. And again, I guess to see it, I got to add my MA now. And I got to make it to 21. I got to see how far I am for the 21 or I don't know anything. I love it. It's so funny. Once you have a concept, you can't see without your like you need your concept so you can't see a thing. It's like being blind. Yeah, you're too far for the 21-day moving average. Big pump though. So now you want to say, okay, like maybe you continue to run, but now you want to say like, you don't want to do something like that. And that would be your next level, 21 touches. And then it continues to rip. But the thing is showing signs of bullishness at a very small market cap. MORPHAI, baby. One of our favorites continuing to rip. And this thing actually, if I look at it closely, and we do some good TA on it here, you can say we're kind of conceptualizing its next big move. This thing is tiny and nobody knows about it. So it's going to start picking up more and more steam. MORPHAI, baby. This could be 100x. We really could 100x this coin in 6 months. We could be like, remember when we got into MORPHAI? It could end up becoming one of the big winners that we actually found. So you never know, but MORPHAI looking beautiful. Lock liquidity, $50 million market cap. We got in it by 5, and this thing is starting to rip. to the upside. So shout out to MORPHAI. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in. Congratulations and thank you. I was up all night looking for gems, and I was able to find one on Wednesday night with MORPHAI. Back above $101,000 for Bitcoin. Oh man, yeah. 101,980. 101, there we go. 101.10 again, right? Didn't someone tell me to short it? I love when people do that and then they disappear. They're like, where was that guy? You know, whatever. I've been doing this for a long time. They know not what they do, you know what I mean? Like, I told you JASMY was on the way. Yesterday, we went over it. One of my favorite coins, the daily looking ready to rip. The daily's ready to rip. And look at the 22-hour. This thing is gone. You know, you don't chase the green candle, but I bet you could even buy this green candle with a stop below 3.8 and end up at 77. We're going to 77.47 for JASMY. Shout out to everyone that jumped into JASMY with the lifers. And we got hidden bullish divergence. This thing's ready to rock. JASMY, baby, JASMY. If you want to jump on in or try to find a way in, you could be looking for this kind of pattern here, something like this. And, you know, attempt to get into a flag. I feel like that's the flag right there, though. Like, that was it. And it's like breaking out as we speak. Yeah, so I'd be buying a small flag like this and then holding on for dear life. This thing is about to rip to 77. JASMY, baby, JASMY. Shout out to anyone that's in JASMY, that took JASMY, that believed in JASMY, that bought JASMY like we did on the lows when nobody gave a dang. All right? And look, Bitcoin ripping to the upside. Where's that guy that told me I should be shorting? Where's that guy now? Nowhere to be found. Where is he, man? Is he over there? Is he over there? Where's he at? Where are these people that run their mouth and then disappear? I love it. Anyway, I shouldn't. I'm the king, man. I don't need to run out. I'm the lion. I don't have to run after hyenas. You know what I mean? Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. God bless Crypto Billy. We the wolves, man. Ain't no one playing me. Shout out to the strong people like Crypto Billy in this world that don't let people get taken advantage of, that stand up for the little people. Shout out to the Crypto Billies of the world, man. I love you all. You people are amazing. Billy Goat Tales, man, will go on forever and ever and ever and forever shed light on high frequency positive individuals that better other people's lives. Givers gain every single time. How many people learned something today on my channel? How many people felt better today on my channel? How many people made some gains today on my channel? Put a 333. If one of those three things happened, if I was able to accomplish something for you, I was able to do something for you and not for myself, let me know, please. I love you all. May God bless you. AITECH about to blast. Look at that thing. It's in this perfect place for a move here. And I've been DCing into this thing and building bags into this thing and look at the 333s coming in so strong. 1,205 people here on the live, on the like button. We crashed through 1,000 likes now. You people are awesome. I see AITECH about to do damage right now. I'm in this coin. It's right on the 200 MA. Tight moving averages. Previous support is resistance. They may try to wick it one more time. Just be careful. Maybe put a limit order where they think they'll wick it. Right down in here. You might want to limit in there. It's a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio, so you could go pretty low, like right down there. This thing looks like it's going to rip to the upside back to 22 and then back to its all-time high, man. AITECH, baby. AITECH. We started buying AITECH down here when it first came out. We called that puppy when it first hit the exchange. And I've been on this coin for a long time. This coin in Casper are like two of my long, I've been stalking these, sticking on them, never leaving them. Just pushing. And, you know, we're awesome because you're awesome. Shout out to Still Nasty. Amen. Hey, we got the best crew in the game. I know it. I love AITECH. That's my baby. All right. Falling wedge on the 200 MA. Previous support. On a high volume node too. If you look at that on the VRVP there. And then the Stokes. And there's even kind of a hidden bullish divergence in a way too. As it's not perfect, but look, I mean, if you look at this here, and I double click it, all right, it's an uptrend, but that's way more of an uptrend. So it's like a Class C hidden bullish. Hugging 11. Tight moving averages. It's got everything that I go for. Times 10. All right. Remember, after this video, I put out another video. I'm not done working for you. For your $3 a day, I'm going to keep pushing it every single day here. You're in the money on this trade that I just gave. It looks like it's going to continue to pump and do some damage here. This cup and handle is ready to rock to 102,000. Let's go, baby, go. We got above the 200 MA. Now we're in the flag. Look, now we're in this. When the falling wedge breaks up, it turns it into the flag, see? And that's still a cup and handle. That's got a long pole. Pause. That says we can go to 102,700 today and get a big pump. So they saw a big pump coming. They saw the small people on the leverage. They went after them quickly. We were able to see that. We got stopped up there. We got back in the long above the 5-minute 200 MA. The 5-minute 200 MA is still paying you right now from the concept we got in right about there. And then we got in right here. And then we turned red, and then this green candle ripped to the upside. You've watched me do miraculous things with the charts already today. We've pulled off some amazing sauce already today. I mean, it's been a good time. Let's see if we can continue the run up here out of this flag on the 1-minute time frame. Gains, baby, gains. Gainitis, we call gainitis because we need cream. We need gainitis cream because it's all over us. The gains are spreading, and they're spreading fast. Live, when you get a chance, give an update on Superverse. Blessing. Shout out to Joel Espinoza. Joel, thank you so much, man. God bless you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat, Joel. That's very nice of you. You didn't have to give, but you did. That'll come back to you 10 times over, my friend. Let's take a look at Superverse and see what's happening here. All right. Looks like we got a bit of a bug there. I don't know what's happening. They shut me down. They said no more. So funny. There's just so many people on the same coin or something. What are they doing to me? Funny. Could you check AITECH? Ooh, I like that. Everyone using TradingView this morning. I know, right? It's like bugging out right now. I got a video to do right now, and it's bugging out on me. Anyway, I'm going to keep my trading group privy into what's happening. We're going to be watching this flag. If we lose the 200 MA, I'll flip the script, and we'll know what to do there on the 1-minute time frame. But right now, we've got through all the super chats, I pretty much believe. JASMY is ripping. We already went over that idea. Yep. I do want to do Superverse, but you can see. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I don't know what was happening there. My wife came and she fixed it with her energy, her good vibes. Her good vibes. Superverse. Let's take a look at Superverse. And Superverse is on CoinEx too. We'll look at it on CoinEx. Oh, a bit of a diamond there. You can see that. Actually, wait. What happened there? No. I can't do that. No. We'll do Coinbase. Yeah. So the last time I talked about it, I said, I see this thing break into the upside, right? And it did break up beautifully. And if you got in, you're in the money barely, right? I guess from this idea. And we have another flag, though, that's kind of sitting pretty. So, and 101,080 for Bitcoin. I like what I'm seeing here for BTC. Oh, you should be shorting, though. I love those people. Where do they go, though? Crickets. So, look, I see this thing booming out of the flag to the upside. Only a matter of time. I would hold that position and hold it confidently. Stop loss below 177. It's back above 2, and it's on its way to 325. And Superverse just, not too long ago was at a very low price, and then it decided to just, go on a tear. So 44 cents in August, and there's your 5X. And so there's just so much up. There's been so many 5Xs, 10Xs, 6Xs. A lot of money has been made already in this game, right? So 10 hour looks good to me. 8 hour looks good to me. I see Superverse about to make a low, a high, a higher low, and break through that higher high and continue to pump. 325 for Superverse on the 8-hour time frame. And you heard it here first. Superverse, and it's USD on Coinbase. So it's very accessible. Funny, you can actually buy with US dollars, right? Because I'm like, what a weird concept. Everything's tethered for me, right? Wow, and here's the breakout. We're starting to get the breakout here of the flag to the upside. Things starting to go our way here for Bitcoin. I can shave the stop up at least up to that 200 MA. No reason to, just why don't. But man, here we go. This is the beginning of we've waited for this whole time. We've drawn it out. We've planned it out. We've thought about it. The cup and handle ready to rock. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Boom, right? Little mini shoulder, big head, right shoulder to the upside. And we are gone. Baby, gone. All right. My wife's family's here today, and I need to take them out to lunch. And my wife asked if I could stop a little early. I was 20 minutes late, so I already feel bad about that. But again, I know you guys it's all about the charts, and I love y'all. Let's take a look at the super chats and the fan funding here. Check out Earth Meta. That was a long time ago, right? Live when you get a chance. Updates on Superverse. We looked at that. Shout out to Joel Espinoza. Shout out to Joe B. Shout out to Jonathan Ortiz. Can you look at BFUD? I already appreciate sharing your knowledge. I've been listening 4 months. For 4 months. Thank you. Mr. Price, Pepe, please. We looked at NVIDIA. And Telcoin about to make a move. Margaret, thank you. Toncoin, we did look at that. The chart looks hexy. It does, though. It does. It does. You were on point with that. Smart man. Consistency and dedication. Thank you for the constant reminders. I needed it today. See? He reiterated the fact that we say the same things every day on purpose. Have you read any Walter Russell? Seems right up your alley. I love you, homie. Blessings. No, I've never heard of him. Thanks for another awesome day, brother. Made good money on that pump. You're the man. Let's go, lifers. God bless you, my friend. Can you look at Zeta Chain? We did look at that. You're just real, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that from Robin Gray. And we had Ahmed. We have Kelly L. Solo Overlord. Capitalist Nomad. Jay Smith. Raw Flat Meat Earth. It's so funny. Hover 9. Hover 84. Or Hower 84. Alva USDT. Ava. Yep. We all went in. Make your trading course cheap so the poor can get in too. Interesting. Wish I fully followed your course rules, but I get killed or wrecked when I get mad and then gamble otherwise. I've been up like 25K. Sam, what is the book that you told the course to read? Trading in the Zone. Trading in the Zone, Eva. Yeah, it's your emotions taking over, and then you kind of want to do whatever you want. We can't have that happen. It's not fair to you, all your due diligent trading. And 101,250. Where's that guy that told me to short? Where's he at? Love the stream and the positive message you bring to the community. I was checking Dex Creator and found Pulsar. We looked at that. Thank you, Mike B. And shout out to everybody that gave. We love you all. Money Print, I just want to thank you for everything you give us on Discord. Bless you. Thank you. Another day of gains. Lost. Tip the dealer. God bless you, man. Thank you. Kid Crushing Fish. I love it. Good morning, Sam. Can you look at Velodrome? Thank you. And good morning, Sam. Can you look at Bulliverse? Small market cap, possible hidden gem. We knew Bulliverse. I think it is 3 bull though, right? I could be wrong. Let me double check. Bull. It is just bull. But where is it? It's got a phantom address and it's on KuCoin. All right. But I wasn't able to find it there. 101,270 for Bitcoin. Tron Bull, which isn't the same, right? Bulliverse, that's the one. I remember, see, look at that. We've looked at this before. Look, there I am. I put a cup and handle on this and we traded to the, look, I've made this call. Like, I put this call out back in March of 2024. Isn't that crazy? I've touched so many charts, it's insane. My footprints are on the charts. So look, we're above the 200 MA and you're starting to flag out. That's when Sammy gets excited for either, you know, a conceptualized move like this or a nice little, you know, falling wedge that breaks out. Either way, I do see it making some gains. And I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up at 00811 and doubles up from the 04 not too long from now. Bullyverse. 101,257 for Bitcoin. Had you taken the trade on the flag, you were in the gains now, continuing to pump. The 1 minute crossing the Tutoring, we went over that. The 5 minute crossing the Tutoring, you'd still be in the fat gains right now at 101,270. I don't know what to tell you, but we show you how to make gains every single day here on this channel. Multiple live trades that play out in front of you. No BS. You're a beast, bro. I've been watching you for 2 weeks now. My trading has gotten a lot better. Amen. 10x for AITECH deserves this $10. 10x and I retire again. Crypto Cash, I love you, man. Let's get the 10x for AITECH, brother. 100%. Shout out to Crypto Cash, one of the greatest people that supports me and loves me. And thank you so much for the for everything you've given me in the past, man, and for my alpaca stuff. I love it all. Thank you. I think about you all the time. I look at that alpaca stuff every day almost. So someone asked for an Earth Meta. Earth Meta. And this will be the last super chat, everybody. If you know, hopefully no one sends one in now. Earth Meta. Okay, EMT. Earth Meta. Phantom again. Let's go to Deck Screener. And wow, we went over so many coins last night in the trading group. It blew my mind. I was like, whoa. Like, and we found so many new coins. I added a lot of new coins to portfolio. One thing I didn't remember to add, everyone, I added 8 grand of AOIZ. I did add AO, and I have Ponky too. I didn't get to look at every. There was a couple coins I didn't cover for whatever reason, but it's, you know, we got them. We got them. This flag looks like it could break out. This is very new. $180 million market cap on the 4-hour time frame. Came all the way back down. Polygon, EMT. You'd have to do your research. I don't know enough about it. EMT. Let's take a look at the website. Earth Meta. Already taken too long. I'm out. Next generation metaverse ecosystem. Shaping the future of metaverse. Tokenizing the world with a decentralized AI enhanced ecosystem. Empowering users to build, trade, and connect like never before. I mean, that's a good idea. Is it going to do something? I don't know. One thing I want to look at is PER here and see how PER's doing on Hyper. Wow, 238. It ripped. Look, I mean, we said it was going to rip, and boy, did it ever. Out this flag to the upside. We were looking at PER when it was here. I kept saying, you know, watch this flag, and eventually broke down the flag and then continued to pump. So we're looking at PER at 17. It's now basically doubled up since then and some, and continuing to rip. I see it getting to the $1 billion market cap. I don't see why it can't. They had all this free money. Hyper keeps pumping. Why do you know, it just makes sense that they're going to do it, right? And then there was this HFUN or something, right? Wasn't this the other one, though? HFUN, too. This was the one that was only, you know, this is ripping. We put it out yesterday in this flag, or maybe right there, but we've been talking about it. So that thing pumped hard, too. I think 2 or 3 days ago it was on my radar, 94%. These are the new memes on, you know, on the hyper liquid. Then we have PHNIX, right, which was on XRP and was starting to do some damage. I like this thing. I mean, look, it's still going sideways. Looks like it could continue to rip. I would watch this for continuation pumps too. One of the hottest new coins on XRP, one of the hottest memes. So just want to put those out there, things that we went over yesterday too, and break it down. $101,196 for Bitcoin. Unbelievable. We had some great live trading for each and every one of you guys to observe. It was awesome. I had a blast. I hope you had a blast. Shout out to the 2,384 people. I'm going to stop this right now and go right into a recording without fail. And I'm going to be doing my macro technical analysis. So God bless everybody for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. I love you all. If you want to join the trading group, right? I didn't do a good job shilling today, but if you want to trade where we trade, all right? We have a pinned comment in the live chat. You can go to MEXC or Weeks. Weeks is awesome. Great place to trade. You won't have to worry about all the other red tape and all the nonsense. It's available in the US and Canada. Go to Weeks, hit the pinned comment, and sign up to Weeks today. I also trade on MEXC. MEXC has the least amount of fees of any exchange in the game. So if you don't want to pay a lot of fees, Weeks and MEXC are the jam. All right. Everybody, shout out to the channel sponsor, Decrypted.tax, the best place to do your taxes. Don't wait for the last minute. Schedule a free consultation today. You could already start getting your taxes kind of like sewn up. So by the second week of January, you're ready to go. You won't be hustling and wondering what's going on. And, you know, at the end of March, like you are every year, get it done right, do the right thing, and let's make it happen. All right. Decrypted.tax, my friends. And shout out to iTrust Capital, the best place to get yourself ready for your retirement. It's the best. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you more than you would ever know. I care about you. We're going to have an amazing day of trading today. We are not done. And we'll see where we end up tonight at 11 o'clock in the trading group with each and every one of you. D-Gents, I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless each and every one of you for being here, and I'll check you guys out tomorrow. We did it, man. $101,000 still for Bitcoin. I 100x'd my BTC. We're still in control, man. My wife and I both have iTrust Capital accounts. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. May God bless you, my friend. And I see Bitcoin about to rip again. One last thing I'll tell you. I'll just be nice. See how this aggressively turns on the Stokes? Bitcoin's about to rip. Rip. Like, this flag is taking out. I see a big pump coming right now. It's happening as we speak. 101,380 for Bitcoin, getting the pump to the upside, baby. Let's go. I'm going to run into the trading group. You probably want to be there. Hit the link, join the 99, go to cryptolifer.com so you can keep this energy going, because this energy is amazing. And I know you want to be around it all day long. Go to cryptolifer.com, find out more. You can see how I take gains, what happens as we continue to trade this market for the rest of the day. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time, your most precious asset. That is your time. I will see you all tomorrow in the morning and at night. A double stream tomorrow. We're gonna just do it all the way, baby. Work ethic till the 7 days a week. I love you all. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for an amazing show. God bless us again with an amazing piece of content. I'm super excited. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much. God bless. Remember, you know what the secret to success is, right? It's getting started.